Hello, testing. Testing. Testing audio. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh, I need my phone. Give me 1 second. Oh shoot, where is it? Oh, there it is. Never mind. Oh shoot, where is it? Oh, there it is. Never mind. Oh shoot, where is it? Sorry about that. Okay, we'll get the show on the road. Okay, we'll get the show. We'll get the show on the road. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so anyway, hello. I'm your best friend, Delve Game Guides. And I'm here to play Skyrim some more. Uh-oh. There it goes. Okay, cool. Gotta make sure it goes through. Okay. We'll get back on it. Now, yeah, I've done some digging in the background to improve the video quality, so it should look a lot better than it has been looking the last couple streams. Something kind of went wrong, and it wasn't recording properly, and I didn't notice for a whole while because I sort of thought it wouldn't do anything weird. But that's really stupid to assume that Skyrim wouldn't, you know, not record properly. Like, that's really dumb to assume that Skyrim is going to record right. Like, I feel like just on the surface that makes no sense. Like, obviously Skyrim is gonna do bad. Skyrim is gonna have issues. Skyrim is going to where's Lydia? Okay, there they are. Skyrim is gonna perform bad and just be a huge mess. So it's on me. And also, putting it into borderless windowed mode has really messed, has really optimized other aspects of it.
I hope it the old man, no, but we will bring them, we will avenge Kodlak.
Oh yeah, there's still two more. There's still two more quests actually.
Where have you been? I hope.
Okay, hopefully she goes back to.
Hello, my love. Back from some adventure, I bet. Oh? Where? I'll get everything ready and meet you there. Oh? Where? I'll get everything ready and meet you there.
Okay, cool. The thing is, if she goes to the manor, that's like, I'm like really screwed. If she goes to the manor, I'm like really screwed. Hopefully she goes to not Yorvaskr.
What do you need, my thing?
Who's with me, by the way? Oh, it's Vilcus. Hopefully, with any luck, she'll go to Breeze Home. If she doesn't go to Breeze Home, that's really bad. Breeze Home is sort of the main
Don't leave any of them alive.
Where is she?
Don't leave any of them alive.
I really need her in Breeze Home. If she's not in Breeze Home, that's real
Don't
bad.
leave any of them alive.
But if she is in Breeze Home, that's really good. So, you know, there you go. Yeah, she has to be in Breeze Home basically for this to work. For part of my strategy to go in the future. The problem is I haven't seen her move yet. She must be taking the scenic route because of pathing. So I kind of doubt she's in here. It's not the end of the world. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. We're good. We're good. We're good. It just like checked off. So probably she's just not here yet. Hopefully as we leave we'll see her coming into position. It's interesting because I wonder how the game keeps track of... Oh, what... Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just not going to worry about it for right now. I'm just not going to worry about it for right now. Where is Purity Revenge? No, that's something else. Is it? This is the problem with this. Okay, that's the next quest. Where is Purity Revenge? There for Hagstad. Okay, I'm sorry. There it is, Driftshade Refuge. Yeah, okay. So we want to go to Dawnstar. Wait, actually, before we do that... Oh, shoot. Do I have some leather on me? I need camping supplies. It is, like, imperative that... Okay, I can do it. I can do it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I think I let... Oh, no. Lydia has the axe. Uh-oh. Ah, shoot. It should be fine. I should be able to get around it. While I'm here, I'll sleep it off. Yeah, whatever. I'm like really goofed up all of a sudden about that, actually. Yeah, it's going really great, actually. I'm really having fun with it. It's not like... it's a lot of work, is the thing. That's the crazy thing about this, is that especially because I'm doing, survival mode. It's like a huge amount of like labor. Very labor intensive. Yes, of course. Naturally. Eventually. It needs to come out after the Sekiro guide. So there's like... and I'm going to do a survival mode guide too, where I talk about how to beat survival mode. I don't think I'll do survival mode twice. I think survival mode one time is good enough. Yes. Yes, and I'm going to talk about like all the different tricks and techniques and random things. It's a more intensive character than a lot of Skyrim characters. The thing about Skyrim characters is there's like... How they generally work is they're really hard in the beginning, and then they kind of even out, I guess you could say. And then they sort of randomly become like relatively easy, right? And this character is a little more even throughout, I guess you could say. It doesn't start insanely hard, and it doesn't really end insanely good either. That's kind of the issue with a lot of Skyrim characters, is they start insanely strong, or I mean they start insanely bad, and then they get insanely strong, and then you're kind of on the top with no real challenge. And it doesn't really work like that with this character, but it's... Arguably, this is one of the weakest characters you can do. I wouldn't say it's like weak. You know, there's like weak, and then there's like weak. This is definitely one of the weaker characters you can do, but it is viable. And not only is it viable, and not only is it viable, but also it's relatively it kind of is like a weird sort of like almost like a tutorial for like how Skyrim works. You know, like there's like the beginning, and there's like, okay, well, like what do I need to actually beat the game, and how do I get it? And you do all that, and then when you're done with all that, you
Need a room? Don't worry. Nightmares don't seem to happen.
and then when you're done with all that, you progress into a phase where you kind of just like are going through the that's 4 a.m. so we need another 5, and then you progress to a phase where you're kind of like on top of it, and that's sort of the goal here, and like all the different pieces we need of the puzzle. The funny thing about this character is we don't really benefit from stealth, and we don't benefit from any other kind of like weird broken tricks either. That's the other thing. That's sort of why, is because a lot of characters, how they really function is they kind of rely on the same broken trick over and over again, and this character doesn't and can't. This character really can't. So we have to kind of go on a really kind of straight and narrow path, and that's how we get ahead as this character, more or less. Straight and narrow is maybe the wrong way to say it, because we're going to do some pretty cheesy stuff when we get around to it, but for right now... Why am I stuck? Oh my god. Oh, Skyrim. Never change Skyrim. So,
Frost took my husband.
we do have to rely on some cheesy stuff, but it's very straight. It's very straight and narrow compared to other characters, I would say. And it's also another interesting thing about this character is it's going to be one of the characters that's more high level. What do you mean, lore rim? Well, stealth is like basic vanilla, like babies for Skyrim thing. You know what I mean? Like, everyone thinks that if you're like a stealth archer, my favorite type of character in this game is a werewolf. My favorite is a werewolf, unmistakably. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I haven't done much modding. I've done some aesthetic modding. You know, like changing the look of armor sets and stuff. I've done that in the past, and that was fun. I had a lot of fun with that, definitely. But I don't really do a whole lot of, like, modding. Maybe I should get more into mods for Skyrim. I don't know. I've never found a mod that I thought was that good. I looked into Endariel. Endariel is kind of the famous one. And maybe I'll do Endariel. Honestly, if I want to do a mod in the future, I'll probably do Endariel. Because I hear Endariel is really good. But I haven't gotten around to it yet. That was one of those ones where my friend told me about it a long time ago. And, I, like, downloaded it, and I played the first couple minutes, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll come back to this later, and I just never did, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely that's not something I'm opposed to. Like, conceptually. Like, I'm definitely not gonna say, like, oh, I don't want to do Endariel or whatever. Like, that sounds fine to me. Serrano one-shot in the wolves. Yeah, well, the thing is, I think that when you're talking about mods, like, I usually don't do mods. And the reason why is because I hate to say it, but I am really accustomed to the idea that mods are kind of low quality, unfortunately. Like, I hate to admit it. I hate to be the guy that's like, you know, it's like even the Creation Club where they're basically mods. And it's like I kind of complained about the Creation Club because a lot of the mods in Creation Club are kind of low quality, or they like do weird stuff like they're overpowered. Like it's like, oh, like a super overpowered companion or something, or it's like they're like too difficult. They're like weirdly scaled or something, right? Where it's like this, like they have a really weird, bizarre interaction with Skyrim or whatever the game is, you know. And I think that's kind of my issue. I've never in my life... You know what's so funny? Here's a really funny story, actually. I did try to play a mod. I tried to play a Warcraft 3 mod. There was like a Warcraft 3 mod that came out a while ago. It was supposed to be like a big, huge deal. It was like people were saying like, oh, you gotta try this mod, it's so good. And like, I tried it, and the first thing that happened was like a 20-minute cutscene. Or wasn't it? It may not have been 20 minutes. It was a long cutscene. It was a long cutscene. And it's like, I get that it's supposed to include like deep lore information from the books or whatever, from like the Warcraft books or whatever, you know, the Warcraft novels or whatever. I've never read one of those. But I get that's kind of the idea. But it was so long. The cutscene was so long that I could not put up with it. I could not tolerate it. It's like, I love, you know, lore and stuff, but there's a limit. I have a limit. And so yeah, I just stopped playing that mod. Like basically that, and it was really tough to get it to work. The textures and stuff didn't wanna... I had to like install the textures in like a really weird way or something. And so that's another great example of like one time where I did try a mod that was supposed to be like really great and I hate it. Yeah, no problem, dude. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. It's nice chatting with people. Yeah, so that's an example of a situation where I had this mod and it was just so like rough for me personally to watch or to play. Maybe I'll do it in the future. Maybe I'll try it again, honestly. The thing is that I'm kind of like, I was into Warcraft lore, especially as a teenager, but as I've gotten older, I've kind of moved away from Warcraft lore as like a concept. That's sort of the thing. Oh. Like, I remember being really into World of Warcraft lore and like Warcraft storytelling and stuff like that. But at some point I kind of stopped. At some point I wasn't really into it. Wrong one. At some point I just sort of stopped. Cool. I'm actually like really huge. I'm actually like really huge here. Companions Good Questline is probably the easiest one. It's sort of the weird thing about Skyrim is that the Companions Guild quest I think is probably the easiest one. So it sort of like tricks you. The issue with it is it sort of tricks you into thinking that your character is good because of how much easier it is than other character types, but if it weren't easy, you'd have a really hard time advancing in the game because every other questline is so much harder. It's like an entire questline of bandits, basically. So it like almost doesn't even really matter what you do. Oh, there's Vilcus. That's the thing. This is like an entire quest line of bandits, basically. Push to cure disease, that's really great. And there's potentially a lot of hoops we're gonna have to jump through to kind of get, yeah, so we're gonna have to jump through a lot more hoops as we go. It's not gonna be like the worst thing in the world, but definitely a few more hoops. Nope, not that. Okay. Oh. There we go. Yeah, luckily we're still fighting level 1 bandits, basically. Yeah, so bandits are probably the easiest enemy type in the game. And so the fact that all we do is fight bandits in this questline is indicative of what's going on here. Well, that's not true. No, it's basically true. It's basically an all bandits questline, essentially. From beginning to end. Harvest the rabbits, pheasants, that's all good stuff. There's really only one enemy type for most of this questline. Dang, zombie. Get out of my way, zombie. Yeah. And the loot's starting to get pretty good too. We'll see how much gold I actually really need. I think I don't. Well, we'll see. The thing is, I can spend a lot of gold in this next section, depending on how I want to do things. I can spend a huge amount of gold. Oh, I can spend a huge amount of gold in this next section if I want to. It depends. I can spend like a truly monumental amount of gold.
Time to end this little game. Where'd you come from?
It very much depends. Okay, there's that. And, what was I saying? Yeah, so it's, okay, hold up. This room could be an issue. Probably not. Vilcus is pretty broken. He's not the best companion in the game, but he's pretty good. Vilcus is pretty broken. So I'm not really surprised this isn't giving us any troubles at all. So, oh, I think the rear guard is light armor. So you don't really need that skill book. We like sell it or something, I guess.
I knew I heard something. That'll teach you.
Yeah, so the main thing here is the fact that we have 2 companions and the fact that, or 2 followers, but more crucially, these bandits are just that weak. This is actually just how weak bandits are. There are a very small number of bandits that will prove to be an issue. Can I fight this, actually? Oh. Oh, cool. I totally can. Awesome. That's kind of cool. So I knew that, but Sometimes they can get really ridiculously. Rolls are kind of interesting because they can scale weirdly with your level. So you can have a character that's like very high level, like a ridiculously inappropriately high level, and that can be a thing that happens weirdly. So that's like one of those things about Skyrim. I think that one, there's a really famous meme of Skyrim. There's a couple Skyrim werewolf memes actually, but there's a Skyrim meme that's like vampire seduction is too powerful for farmer or something, and the idea being is the farmer is like a werewolf. So if you encounter him at night, he turns into a werewolf and kills you, and he's like ridiculously high level because he's a werewolf, right? So the way the level scaling works is like weirdly kind of like wonky. But I don't know. I've actually haven't seen any confirmation for that. I think I've seen the really high level farmers before, but I don't think I've ever seen the werewolf encounter, to be honest. So I don't actually know if that's true. That could legitimately be kind of like a myth or something. I don't know. I don't know where I read that either. I read that from something. I read that somewhere, but I don't know how true that really is. It could be like really true. It could be just like not really true. I don't know. So I wouldn't, you know, put too much worry on it, I guess. Or I'm not worried. You know what I mean? So that's sort of the idea. But an interesting theory anyway. Werewolf encounters are like kind of weirdly rare in this game. It's one of the weird things about Skyrim is, like, unless you're doing the Companions Guild quest line, you're very unlikely to actually encounter a werewolf, I think. You know, it seems like the most common encounter is like wolves, and then if you're a little higher level, you get some more interesting encounters. Oh. But yeah, kind of interesting stuff. Oh. Oh, this is Dwarven Shield. Huh. Good old Dwarven Shield. Okay, so this is actually a blacksmithing thing, but we need Daedric smithing to work it. I might actually just pick it up, honestly. As much as I hate to complain. Do we really need that? No, we don't need that. It's fine. Okay. What's the next thing? Oh. It always does this. Hold up. Grab the fragments of Ruthred. And then, well, let's see here. Yeah, and then we keep going. Oh wow, it's okay, this is the shortcut. This is the shortcut. Is like a noise happening outside? I don't know, whatever. Okay, what am I even doing next? Okay, so we did that. Okay, I think we go to Winterhold next. Where is it? Yeah. How do we get out of here? Oh yeah, okay, we go back to Solitude. Yeah, we go back to Solitude, or we go to Winterhold, and that takes us to Solitude, or we go to Dawnstar. And then that takes us to Solitude, and then once we get to Solitude, we just shoot back to, yeah. Really simple. Nothing too crazy. Where is it? Yeah, okay. We'll take a boat. Yeah, so there should be a boat we can take there. Once again, I don't think I'll do survival twice. I think I'm only going to do survival mode one time. Not again, but I don't know. You know. We'll see. We'll see what I decide in the end. Because the thing about survival mode is... it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's pretty bad. I want to do it one time. Just for, like, the yucks. But I think any more than that, and it gets to be impossible to justify. which is kind of sad, right? Because... for some characters...
Where you headed?
It adds a little bit. For some characters, it really does add a little bit to the whole experience because it gets like really cold at night and stuff like that, right? So if you're trying to sneak at night, if you're trying to sneak around at night, although to be fair, stealth characters are pretty broken, so I don't really know if I ever want to do more than one stealth character. As an example, that's like a great example. It's like I don't want to do more than one stealth character personally. But assuming for the sake of argument that I did do multiple stealth characters, the fact that it's cold at night is kind of like a weird equalizing factor, I guess you could say. That kind of like modifies the fact that it kind of like modulates and modifies the fact that the fact that you're like you get the advantage of stealth, right? So you have to like sneak around at night, but it's like cold at night, right? So like potentially, what am I doing here? Nah, I'll forget that. Well, we'll do that later. We need Lydia first. I'm going the wrong direction here. We need to go to the cart. We need to go back to Winterhold. Or Windhelm. Winterhold is next. Winterhold is the next place we're going.
I can take you. Where do you want to go?
Winterhold, or Whiterun.
Climb and back, and we'll be off.
Whiterun is the place I'm going here.
Get up there.
Okay, food. Let's drink that really quick. Where's the mammoth steak? There you go. And we go back to Jorvaskr, and then, why do we go back to Jorvaskr for this anyway? Oh, because there's a ceremony, because it's Kodlak's funeral. Yes, we do Kodlak's funeral, basically, is what we're doing right now. And then once we finish Kodlak's funeral, it'll send us to Winterhold. Oh, so we just grab Lydia really quick. Make I don't think we actually need a campfire, but we need to make a campfire at some point. I think she might be holding campfire supplies. I don't know. I need to look really quick. It's not strictly essential, but it's that kind of thing. So yeah. Oh, Purity Revenge. Okay, cool. Yeah, Glory of the Dead. Okay. There we go. And then, yeah. So we go through this cutscene, and then it'll spit us out. Or no, it won't spit us out anywhere. We'll just need to. I don't know. Or no, we go to the Underforge. It's like really. It's I don't know. They really kind of work us.
Who will start?
There we go.
I'll do it. Before the ancient.
Have a sip of tea while this goes down.
Grave. At this loss, we weep. We weep.
It's so bright out here.
For
I
the
don't know how you
fallen.
stand it.
We shall.
Serana, quiet. It's this guy's funeral.
Ourselves. We take our leave.
Our leave.
Am I stuck? Oh. Never mind. Okay. There we go.
His spirit is departed. Members of the Circle, let us withdraw to the Underforge to grieve our last together.
Do you have the? I'll need to prepare them for mounting again. Don't get. Of course. There's another. I'm not sure I'm the best one to go to. Thank you. I'll be here.
Let's see. Okay, wait a minute. What is it? What even is next? Oh. Oh yeah, no, it's in his desk drawer. Yeah, that's right. I always forget about how this quest goes. But no, we gotta go to his desk drawer. And, we go to his desk drawer and pull the fragments from his, yeah. And, yeah, this drawer. Boom. The rest of that doesn't matter. His journal, the only thing his journal says is that I'm gonna be the next Harbinger. And that's like it. In typical Bethesda fashion, you become the leader of the faction. You start as a level 1 thug, and you end as the level 99 mob boss. In typical Bethesda fashion. That's how these quest lines always go. Much to my chagrin. I much prefer the Fallout New Vegas style of things, where you are just like one of the people. You're just like you're like in the inner circle or whatever, right? Like that's good enough for me.
Your shield siblings have withdrawn to the Underforge. I think they're waiting for. Got a lot of steel to shape.
Oh, okay. He's oh boy. That's pretty interesting. I think maybe that's on purpose. Actually, I think that looks like a bug. So he's like forging while Kodlak is burning. I think it's actually on purpose. I think it's supposed to be to indicate that Yorland is reforging Wuthrod with Kodlak's ashes or something. Is like, so I think that's intended. That looks really stupid, but I believe that is intended, potentially.
Wish before he died. And he didn't get it. It's as simple as that.
Being Moonborn is not so much of a curse as you might think, Vilkas.
That's fine for you. But he wanted to be clean. He wanted to meet Iskramor and know the glories of Sovngarde. But all that was taken from him.
And you avenged him.
Kodlak did not care for vengeance.
No, Tharkas, he didn't. And that's not what this is about. We should be honoring Kodlak, no matter our own thoughts on the blood.
And get some water.
You're right. It's what he wanted, and he deserved to have it.
Kodlak used to speak of a way to cleanse his soul, even in death. You know the legends of the tomb of Iskramor.
There, the souls of the Harbingers will heed the call of Northern Steel.
What do you think, Serana?
The tomb without Wuthrad, and it's in pieces like it has been for 1,000 years.
The dragons were just stories, and the elves once ruled Skyrim. Just because something is, doesn't mean it must be. The blade is a weapon, a tool. Tools are meant to be broken and repaired. Is that?
You have the sick Wuthrad reveal.
This is the first time I've had all the pieces, thanks to our shield sister here. The flames of Kirok can reforge the shattered. The flames of Kodlak shall fuel the rebirth of Wuthrad, and now it will take you to meet him once more.
Swag.
As the one who bore the fragments, I think you should be the one to carry Wuthrad into battle.
Oh, he's gonna over encumber me. Oh, never mind. It's a quest item. Thank goodness. I was like, oh no, he's gonna drop me over encumbered. Yeah, okay. So this is really crucial. This is really crucial. This is so crucial. This is just like so incredibly crucial. And I love it. I love it. I love how Skyrim works. No game like it. Okay, we grab Lydia. We do ourselves a favor and we grab Lydia. Well, first we actually... I'm gonna sell a bunch of crap. Or no, let's grab Lydia first. Then we'll sell crap. We need to get our hands on camping supplies. Even if that means just having Lydia do it.
It's a wonderful house, my love. If you don't mind, I'm going to start a small store. Some might call this junk.
Bro, Lydia's starting a store.
I call them treasures.
What the hell? Okay.
Lead the way.
Swag. Okay, now,
Don't mean to be rude, but I'm too busy to talk right now.
Oh, that's somebody else. Yeah, we sell stuff. I think I don't have anything, like, good.
Finest weapons and armor.
Let me think. Yeah, I need you to go straight to Bellator. I don't know what I'm doing. This is like goofy. Like if I'm gonna deal with this crap, I should just go straight to Bellator. Instead of just like screwing around. And acting all clever.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Everything's... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
So we go, okay, what do we got? Nope. That's great to sell. I want both of those. Cure Poison I don't need. Draft Regeneration, Draft of Strength. Cure Disease is great to have on hand. Most of that's all good stuff. That's all great stuff. Yeah, I didn't get much actually. Oh, this amber. I need to store this amber. That's actually it. The rest of this can go. In fact, actually I can sell these rubies and emeralds and stuff too. Or no, I want the amber. Gosh darn it. Whatever. I think the problem with amber, I could be wrong, but I think it's ebony and the materials. I think you need ebony ingots and stuff too. So I think it's not as good as it seems like it would be. Like it's like, oh, like free crafting supplies, right? Oh, hello, Mr. Guard. Free crafting supplies, right? Like just random free crafting supplies. Sounds great, right? Sounds like a real steal, but in reality, I'm pretty sure there's like a massive catch. And this is a huge problem with essentially every single, this is a massive, like catastrophically massive problem with essentially every single, of the blacksmithing materials. Like even Dwarven. Dwarven is probably the worst because you need iron ingots to make Dwarven crap. So if you have a bunch of steel ingots, you need iron ingots. If you have a bunch of Dwarven ingots, you need iron ingots. If you have a bunch of Orcish ingots, you need Dwarven ingots. Or I mean, you need iron ingots. So it's actually a really bum deal. It's actually like really terrible, and it's a really bum deal because no matter what you do, hold up.
I'm right behind you.
No matter what you do,
Some might call this junk.
you're kind of like goofed.
I call them
You don't
treasures.
actually have the ability to you don't realistically have the ability to whatever it's called. Yeah, it's like a massive pain trying to traffic ingredients into like crafting. Like usually, this is why back in the old days, the best way to level up blacksmithing was to make daggers, just to make iron daggers, because every time you crafted something, it was worth the same amount of value. It had the same value. And so what you do is you just craft iron daggers. But part of the reason that's true is because getting materials to make certain things is nigh impossible. It is a massive pain to make certain things, to the point where it is like kind of unfun. I wouldn't say unfun per se, but not good.
Still here.
There's like serious issues with
Odds and ends.
some of this stuff. Oh, I don't.
Let's get going then.
I can't make any leather. Oh wait, no, I can? No, I can't make any leather for some reason.
I don't claim to
I don't have any hides on me. I need to go get some more hides. See, this is why you buy Breeze Home. So it's not a nightmare. So that your life ain't just like a big dumb nightmare every time you want to make leather. And then we're gonna need this for crafting too. They're on several levels. We're gonna need this for crafting on several levels, not just one level, but like basically every level. Okay, boom, boom, and we're gonna make like 2 sets of camping supplies. I think. Boom. Yeah, I'll make another one too. I'll make another set. These are pretty useful. The problem is they're really heavy. So you're looking at like 10 pounds worth of weight. Is like the core issue with them. Which is, oh, is there another one? We'll just go to the other one. So it's like 10 pounds worth of weight to carry them around, and that's actually an issue. It could be worse. But, yeah, you kind of get the idea. What am I? Oh, I'm wearing Amulet of Mara, which I shouldn't be wearing. Ah, boo. Did you just over encumber me? Oh, hold up. Hold up, stop doing this. Why am I over encumbered? Yeah, okay. 252. Okay.
I've got your back.
So we'll go.
Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Or wait, she's a merchant too. This is getting like complicated.
As my Thane, I am at your command.
This is getting like really complicated actually. Yeah, give that. Oh, I have 9 firewood. Okay, that's why. Those are quest items still. Okay, so we only need 3. Sure. I think, yeah, firewood is just insanely heavy. Is the thing. Firewood is just like insanely heavy for no reason. It's like ridiculously insanely heavy for literally no reason. So, you know, whatever. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Got some good pieces out here.
What are you gonna do?
More inside.
It's almost like I make camping supplies, and the weight doesn't even go up. Yeah, I think I like lost weight because of the firewood. The firewood is so expensive. I don't know why firewood has to be so heavy. I don't know why each piece of firewood can't weigh 2 or something, but it weighs like 5. It's like unbelievably ridiculous. Okay, and then if they're Lydia's with us, so we don't really have to worry about carry weight. I don't know if we can actually keep Lydia with us for this whole quest. I hope we can. Because we actually want some of this loot. But, like, I don't really need this shield. Where's my shield? I don't really need my shield. Yeah, I want to put on Amulet of Talos. My shield doesn't really matter. Where is it? Banded Iron Shield, yeah. It's actually really good. But it's not essential. But we need the shield we're going to get here. Eastcomer Shield. It's like arguably the best. It's potentially the best shield in the game, basically. It's a sort of shield that's so strong that I'm almost inclined to want to equip it on every character I play because of how good it is. The thing about blocking in this game is you don't actually have to do it. Like, you can have a shield on and not block and never gain block skill. So because of that, it's like a really easy thing to just find a really good shield and just have it on, and it gives you some free armor and some free like whatever it's giving you, and then then you don't gain any experience. So the issue is you really don't want to be gaining tons and tons of block experience unless you're going to use a shield, because it's just leveling your character up and giving you nothing, right? So enemies will scale in this game, right? Like, you have to be very mindful of the fact, it's kind of the issue with this character actually is we're going to get pretty high level. There's nothing we can do about that. We don't have an ability to ignore the fact that we're going to get a high level. If we get high level, we have to put up with the fact that if we get high level, we have to put up with the fact that there's going to be a Falmer enemy with like 1,000 HP, and there's going to be Draugrs with 900 HP, and stuff like that, right? Where these are really serious threats. These are serious enemies that we can't just ignore. We have to have a way of dealing with them, and so that's like the main fear with any Skyrim character. Not just this Skyrim character, but basically any Skyrim character has that problem, right? And so for a lot of Skyrim characters, what you can do is you get really broken, and then you stop leveling up. Now, there's some fixed dungeons. There's some dungeons that have fixed enemies in them, right? Where the enemies will never be below a certain level. So, like, for example, the final dungeon of the game, the final dungeon of the main quest, you will encounter, like, a handful of really high-level Draugr, right? You're guaranteed to. But you'll never encounter like a super Draugr. You'll never encounter like a Draugr overlord with 1,000 HP and stuff like that, right? And the Falmer are even worse. The Falmer are probably the worst. Falmer and Dwemer can be really bad. There's lots of little... Why am I so cold right now? Falmer and Dwemer are really, really, really bad. You can get some really, really unbelievably high level Falmer and Dwemer that'll like one-shot you because they keep gaining attack. They keep gaining attack. They keep gaining HP. And it's just like a massive crisis. Why am I so cold? I literally just slept in an inn and I'm freezing. It's like I slept and I didn't gain any heat at all. I gained no heat points over 8 hours of sleep because they didn't factor that in. I guess. But yeah, that's kind of the core issue is we're subjected to that kind of situation. And so every other character I'm going to do, basically, maybe not every other character, but the majority of my other characters are not going to be this high level. I think this is probably going to be the highest level character I do, period, with some exceptions. Another issue with being high level is the number of perk points you get kind of slows down. So for a good long while, you'll get, for a good long while, and I mean a good long while, you'll get a steady stream of perk points. But once you hit a certain point, getting additional perk points is really hard. And so the irony is that for a really specific kind of, or for a really high level character, it's actually really hard to get all the things you need. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult. It gets really hard to get all the things you need. And the more you level up, the slower it is to fix it. The harder it is to fix it, basically. Because you'll grind a skill all the way to 100 or do all kinds of crazy things. And then what'll happen is you won't have perk points to invest, and you need the perk points. The perk points are really crucial. So how we handle perk points is one of the bigger things that's going to and I want to pick up these irons if I can. I really shouldn't. Well, it's fine. The thing is, this will save us some time. It won't save us like a mountain of time, but it'll save us some. We have to find a way to get iron bars no matter what we do. It's not optional, right? So we're gonna need iron bars. We're gonna need just random crap to craft into just random junk. So we may as well get jiggy with it and mine that iron. The thing is that mining is really poor. Mining is a really dumb thing to do in this game. It's not like World of Warcraft or an MMO. It's like modeled after World of Warcraft and MMO style combat or style grinding, but it's somehow less efficient. It is legitimately somehow less efficient than like World of Warcraft, which I find to be a little sad. I sort of would like it to be more efficient, you know? Like I'd like if maybe ore veins had 5 ores or something, but usually they only have 2. And if you're in World of Warcraft, basically how World of Warcraft works is you fly around and you pick up a bunch of stupid, you pick up a bunch of dumb ore veins, and then, and it's like you can get like 100 ore veins an hour or something. And in Skyrim, there's a layer of like, difficulty in that. You can't just do that. You can't just fly around the map infinitely and pick up ore veins all day and night and somehow that work. You have to, go for it.
Place of Godlack was... I regret nothing of what we did at Drift Shade, but I return Wuthra to Iskramor.
Okay.
It should open the way.
Something has shifted in the moons.
And so that's kind of the issue, is, Some free pelts. Yeah, we're gonna need those. We're gonna have to process those into something, into other things. What was I saying? What was I saying? Before the quest started. Okay, I think this is the last quest I think in the game I'm gonna use Silver Sword for. Silver Sword is really cool. I like Silver Sword as like thematically, but it's really terrible. Do I still have Lydia? Yeah, I do still. Do I? Yeah, I guess I do. Whatever. This is a real entourage we got going on here. We got Lydia, Serana, Ayla, and Farkas. All working for me. We got a little army here. We got a little Skyrim army. I love it. I love it. I can't get enough of it. That was easy. Here we go. This character is fairly optimized, so this should these can be higher level. They have the same problem as the Abyss Bandits, though. That's the thing. Is they have kind of the same problem that bandits do, where they're like scaled kind of low. They're kind of lowballing me. It's not like Falmer or something, where even the most basic Falmer is actually kind of a threat. Even the most basic Falmer or basic Dwarven Construct is a little bit of a threat. Oh, this is a higher level one, for example. There's a higher level one, for example. The Armada here should be just fine for this. I'm a little bit over prepared for this, I think. I think you can have a lot less and get away with this quest just fine. Oh, look at this one. This one's like really high level. That one's like really high level.
I can't go any further, Shield Sister. Ever since everyone, I'm not proud, but I will say,
okay, whatever.
I can't go any further.
Yeah, I get it.
All right.
He's gonna chicken out. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So you gotta be careful with the spiders, because the higher level one will kill me very quickly. It's the same, it's actually, the funny thing about it is, it's the same problem with Falmer. The Falmer have poison, and the poison is sort of the same deal, where the poison is kind of the same deal, where well, no, it's the poison is the dangerous thing. So this is what makes Falmer so dangerous in a lot of ways, is poison. The funny thing is, we have ways around that. It's tougher to get poison resistance. Oh. It's much tougher to get poison resistance. But it's not impossible. It's well within the realm of possibility to get good poison resistance. And it's one of the few things I like about Creation Club, actually, is the poison resistance item that you can get. So we'll get that later. It's not essential right now, because spiders are actually pretty weak even when... Wow, this one's so high level. That one is so high level. I wouldn't say, well, it's not so high level. That one's high level enough. It's amusingly high level.
I was always taught to avoid these types of things.
Need some driver, I guess. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to get the business done.
What was that?
Who's there?
You can never truly.
I like this.
There we go. And looking good too. This is the real reason. This is the real reason you pay for the anniversary edition. This is what it's all really about. Look at that. Look at that. So nice on my green skin.
Something has shifted.
Looking good. That's the most important thing. The most important thing is that we look good. Everything else is secondary. Actually, that's not true. We're gonna have to upgrade our armor. We will absolutely have to upgrade the armor. I could probably make this armor work, but it's not optimal. There are much more optimal armor sets, so we're gonna actually change our armor out. This is probably somebody's gonna be wearing this. Someone else, because the companion armor doesn't really matter that much. Actually, it kind of does. I think there's some enemies where I'm actually afraid of them. Companion armor actually does kind of matter. It's not strictly essential, but it's the sort of thing that can make like a meaningful difference in certain scenarios. But I think if we do it correctly, I don't know what perks she has. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure what perks Lydia has. I'm not sure, because the thing is that the way it really works is how much armor you have doesn't really matter unless you have like a huge amount, right? And so the way you get a huge amount is you have really high skill and you have the right perks, okay? So for a companion, it may or may not matter, I think. I'm not actually sure exactly how it works, because it's never been like that. I don't think it's ever been that relevant to like winning or losing a fight. But if a companion has like 550 armor about, that's the cap. And a companion with that much armor would be insanely durable. But I think it's not actually practical to assume that a character can reach that level. But I don't know. There's probably somebody who does have an answer to this, but as far as I can tell, it's not practical. You should be able to kill most foes before your companions go down, in theory. There probably are exceptions.
Throw one of them into the fire.
There probably are meaningful exceptions. Okay, I gotta save. Yeah.
Thought I heard something.
Wow, she did like 90% of the work there. There we go.
No sign of him.
Greeting. And so I thank, perhaps and lead the companions.
Cool, awesome. And then he promotes me to boss. So what I do, basically how the companion's questline works is, he's like, hey, go do this thing, and then you go do it, and then while you're doing it, he dies. Because I sent the assassins to kill him. That's actually what happened. It's the secret companion's deep lore, is I'm the one who sent the assassins. I want the companions to be my own personal evil mercenary group. Whoa. Hello. Hello. Where is it? The main issue with Shield of Iskimor is you cannot... You,
I am at your command.
You actually cannot, wait, no, she has that, okay. You actually cannot, or do I want the glass bow? Whatever. I think what I'll do is I'll take the glass bow. I'll use that, and I'll let Lydia use the golden bow. Or no, maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll give Lydia the glass bow. I'll take the golden bow. And the reason why is because... The reason why is so I can, because she'll do more damage, probably. Probably. I actually don't know how companion perks work. That's the thing, is I'm technically an expert at this game, but I do not understand how companion skills work. Because it's all under the hood. So you have to, somebody has to explain it to you, basically. There's no way for you to know without knowing, you know? Like you're in this like tricky spot where you have to really be oh cool, never mind. This is actually really awesome. This is actually really freaking awesome. This is actually really awesome that I just cured Lycanthropy, because ordinarily you'd have to go through a quest line for it. That's so awesome. Did it work? Did it work? Just like that? Hold up. What are my powers? Yeah, it worked. It freaking worked. Okay, wait, it really? And there's like no cutscene, nobody talks to me. There's no her scene like, you've evaded me or whatever. Nothing. I'm just not a werewolf anymore. That's so crazy.
Did I hear right? Did he? You've earned the right. And it's. Let's go tell the others.
Cool. Okay, this is really essential. How do I? Okay, this is going to be really technical. This is going to be really unfortunately technical. I got to do this right. This is going to be like really stupid technical. Where is he? We need to talk to Farkas. This is like the main trick. This is like the main trick I'm going to abuse for the whole rest of the game. Or it's gonna help. Potentially it's gonna be bad, actually. This is gonna make our character really weird and awkward. This is gonna make our character extremely awkward to wield, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, come here, Lydia. Where's Lydia? Come on, Lydia. Lydia. Or sorry, Lydia. Excuse me. There we go. Come on, Lydia. Come here. Come here, Lydia. Lydia, come here.
May the gods watch over your
I've got your back.
Okay.
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
Okay, and then we go.
I'll head back home if you need me.
Yes.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
Okay, we'll follow. We'll have him follow us.
We've stopped. What is it? He's not a werewolf anymore? Even dead? What do you need to take?
Okay. So now we give him all Lydia's stuff, because we're going to have him as a companion for a while. We're going to have him as our companion for a good long while here. Sure. Give him that, give him that, give him that. Give him that. All the orcish crap. I guess we'll hold on to Lydia's wedding ring. We can sell that. Hopefully she won't be mad about it. I don't know. You never know. With a game like this, like there's always a possibility she'll get mad if I sell it or something, so I want to avoid that if I can. I can look it up, you know. That's sort of it. Yeah, we'll give him those. I'm not going to need the rest of them. Now that I've already done it. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then here's the main trick. This is where we get really tricky with it. Okay, so I go into him. I go.
I'll show you what
I have him train me. Boom. And then I go trade with him.
What do you need to take?
I take all of his gold back. There we go. I take all the gold back too. Okay. So now we have to get back to Whiterun, which is just so terrible. Oh, I'm using sorry, I didn't read the comment for a while. Hopefully you didn't send this like forever ago. I'm using keyboard and mouse. I was like really engrossed there in that. I'm using keyboard and mouse. It's the best way to play Skyrim in my opinion. I hate controller for most games. There's some games that you have to do controller for. Like I think Soulsborne games, if you're not doing controller, you're just doing it kind of like wrong. I wouldn't say wrong, right? But you should do yourself a favor and just learn how to do it. Yeah. No, or no, sorry. Sorry, the skill I'm using is one-handed. Sorry, I really should clarify that. I know. The skill I'm using is one-handed. So this character is built around one-handed swords. And so there's going to be a character that I'm going to do called two-handed next. And so it's not me actually playing the game one-handed. If I was going to do that, I'd have a webcam on showing it. I'd have like a webcam pointing at my hands, and I'd be doing it one-handed. I really should clarify. Yeah, that's actually, I feel like that's like false advertising almost, because that might be interesting to do it one-handed. But I know there's actually a skill called one-handed, but you'd have to be like you'd have to like know Skyrim relatively well to for your mind to jump to that, I guess, or something. No, I am not actually playing the game with only one hand. I guess I could try that for a second. Let me give that a shot here. Okay, so we're going to Whiterun, right? Okay, can I? So what we do is we go. Okay, how do I get there? Yeah, so I'll do one-handed as my first character, and then two-handed as my second character, and then hopefully I'll get around to the to three-handed. That'll be pretty good. Let's see if I can do this. Actually, I was thinking about this. I don't want to be accused of false advertising because that's not really fair. No, nothing like that. I've heard about people who do those runs where, okay, this is like actually impossible. Because the thing is, like, it would actually probably be easier on controller because, yeah, this saber cat's just gonna kill me if I keep doing this. He's already gonna like wreck me good. There we go. What was he saying? Yeah, I'm gonna like die to the saber cat if that happens. Yeah, I need to like clarify. I need to like change the stream name to like one-handed the skill or something. But I'll do that later. I think most people, if you know me, you kind of get the idea. I'm not clever enough to do like these really cool like challenges like that. Like, there's some people I was seeing on YouTube apparently forever ago, and they're doing Dark Souls blindfolded, but so there's one guy who has the controller and he's blindfolded, and then there's another guy who doesn't have the controller and he's telling the guy with the blindfold what to do. I thought that was really cool. But I don't know if I'm prepped to do that kind of cool challenge. I try to like focus really hard on the game and not really worry about, you know, doing like random stuff with it. I don't know if I've ever had a situation where I said to myself like a game needs to be played with a blindfold. Oh really? Yeah. Interesting. It's a great game. I truly love Dark Souls. It's a game that I've played so many times that I've kind of lost count, and it's one of my favorites for sure. I don't know if it's my favorite game. I think my favorite game is Skyrim. I was thinking about this, like what do I think the best game is? I think maybe it's either The Binding of Isaac or Skyrim. They're both really, really, really good games. Like objectively. I think BioShock 2 is really good too. I think BioShock 2 is really good, has a really bad plot, but it's really good. You know what game I think is underrated, if objectively? Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. If you've never played that, that's really crazy good. But it's not a very good game. It's not like Dark Souls. You know how Dark Souls is like a really great game? You know, like, oh, like I gotta like dodge the enemy attacks and like stab them. And it's like a really terrible game. But it has a really good plot. It has really good characters, stuff like that. So that's another game that's... Oh, you know Mass Effect. Mass Effect's really good too. Mass Effect might actually be my favorite game series. And I think maybe Mass Effect 3 is the best game of the three. So, but yeah, usually I don't do these like... Oh, is that... Oh, that's Farkas. Okay, cool. Companions sometimes do weird stuff. They'll like path weird and you'll like see him coming. And you'd be like, why? So yeah, that's kind of my motif. So this is why I don't think it's false advertising, or why I've been kind of slow to clarify, is because if you watch my guides, it's like Dark Souls strength, Dark Souls dexterity, Dark Souls intelligence, Dark Souls this, Dark Souls that, right? So it's like I go down the line and I try to do like most stats in the game. Any stat that you can any stat that you're supposed to build around, I try to play through the game like that, right? And so Skyrim is the same kind of deal where every skill that you can build around exclusively, I try to do that. And so that's the one-handed, two-handed, marksmanship, or marksman, or whatever it's actually called. I don't even know. I'm like freezing to death too while I'm explaining this. Destruction, conjuration, is going to be how it's kind of going to go. And you can watch my Oblivion guides. I'm also an expert on Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So if you want to really see Oblivion,
where do you want to go?
kind of like unraveled, and sort of like broken down into its component parts, I actually think, and I could be wrong, I might be very wrong about this. Yeah, Fallout. I actually really love Fallout 1. Yeah, Fallout 1 is really good. I'm actually an expert at Fallout 2, mostly. I haven't gotten around to doing it on my channel, but I am an expert at Fallout. So I've played Fallout 1 a lot. I've played Fallout 2 a lot. I've played Fallout 3 a bunch. Fallout 3 is probably my least favorite. I think it's objectively a very good game, but it's probably my least favorite. And then I've played Fallout New Vegas a ton too, and then also Fallout 4. But definitely, I think 3 and New Vegas have kind of like questionable gameplay, for sure. They're really great games, but they're a little bit questionable on the gameplay front, for sure. Oh, you never beat DS1? Yeah, New Vegas is really good. I love New Vegas. I think New Vegas is... Yeah, New Vegas is a great example of like a truly great video game. Hey, you know, you can always try it again. You can always give it another shot. Watch some of my videos and try it again. Because I really love Dark Souls 1. I think it's worth beating at least once. It's not like the end of the world if you don't. But it's a video game that I truly cherish. And it's kind of weird because, from my perspective, it's like really cartoonishly easy. Kind of. I wouldn't say it's like cartoonishly easy, but it's like really easy. It was like I could beat Dark Souls in like 5 or 6 hours if I really wanted to, probably. So I find it a little, like, kind of like amusing. Just like a little bit. I'm like, but you could do that in like 10 hours. But no, it's a game that's worth knowing. That's worth like playing through once as like a journey. How far did you get? How far did you get? is what I want to know. Like, what stopped you? Did you just get bored, or was there like one boss that just like kept killing you? What am I? Okay. So the next thing we're doing is we're going to Arkham Dams or whatever. Or no. Is it Arkham? No. It's not Arkham Dams next. We're gonna go to. Where's Deepwater Ocean? Oh, Unfathomable Depths. Avon Shell. We need to go to Avon Shell. Where's that? Oh, it's in Riften. It's in the Rift, right? Yeah. Oh, we need to sleep first.
Hey, watch it.
The first thing we actually have to do a couple of things in town. No, we don't. Or we do have to. Or well, I have to sleep when I land, so it's fine. Oh. Oh, I get you. Yeah. No, that actually makes sense. No, I know where you're coming from there, actually. Yep. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Actually. Yeah, because it's really tough to get out of Pinwheel. That's like expert level to get out of Pinwheel. You need to be like really prepared to put your. I mean, you could still anybody could get out, I'm sure, but you need to be like really prepared. You need to like really know that that's what you're gonna have to do is to climb out of the Tomb of the Giants. Yeah, so I see where you're coming from. Definitely, that actually makes perfect sense. Where's the Skyforged Steel Sword? Oh, it's in frickin'. It's in stupid. It's in the. I might have sold it actually. That's fine. He's not as good with one-handed, but it's okay. So this guy should have a two-handed sword, but I don't have a two-handed sword for him. Do I?
Let's get going. What do you need to take?
I must be like really confused here. Yeah, so I see where you're coming from. Basically, what you're saying is, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but
here.
like you're like Dark Souls 1 is like so weird and clunky, or like relatively weird and clunky, and you went down like the weird route. You went down the weird route, and then like the game punished you really hard for it, and you're like, what do I do? Like, how do I get out of this jam? Dark Souls 3 is a lot. Dark Souls 3 is the one you probably could do, because I see where you're coming from. Like, I've played Fallout 1 and 2 and stuff, and they're really weird compared to like Fallout 3 for sure. Dark Souls 3 I think is the better one. Dark Souls 3 I think objectively is a better game. I like Dark Souls 1 because of the nostalgic energy to it. I didn't pick it up until like 2017 or something. 2017 maybe, 2015, something like that. So I kind of have like a weird nostalgia for it. And I love magic, I love sorcery and stuff like that, right? So the fact that the character is so broken, I really enjoyed. But yeah, the thing about DS3 is that you should be prepared to fight bosses that are kind of like you know how like Elden Ring, there's like a lot of really easy bosses that are kind of like nothing, and then there's like a handful of like really fascinating, interesting bosses that are like really complex. Well, Dark Souls 3 is like a kind of a weird mix where like every boss is kind of like a weird in between. You know what I mean? Where like every boss is like kind of tricky, but at the same time, they're not as hard, I think, as some of the hardest Elden Ring bosses. I'm not sure. People have said to me that Elden Ring is easy. I don't actually know what to make of that, because I've beaten maybe like, 5% of Elden Ring or something. I've beaten like a bunch of mini bosses, and they've all been really easy, except for a few of them. Some of them have been like weirdly hard, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting, but it's I would say that so far DS3 seems like it's harder. But DS3, I think, is a lot more readable in the grand scheme of things. I love DS3. It's a truly great video game.
Got the coin? Sure thing.
That like it's kind of like evergreen, but it's very much like the action. DS1 is kind of like the template. That's like the high that they're chasing, I guess you could say. That's like this like high point in the series that they really, really wish that they could like capture again. And then DS2 is like the flawed masterpiece. It's like the brilliant video game that I love for so much. Okay. Interesting. See, I'm in the process right now of trying to understand Dark Souls or Elden Ring. I'm in the process right now of trying to like work on Elden Ring and understand Elden Ring. And so I don't know for sure what to make. I don't entirely know what to make of Elden Ring. Is like the thing about it. It's like a process that I'm going through right now. But I mean, I love the game's appearance. I love the enemies and stuff. Really cool stuff. I don't know if it's going to be, in my mind, I don't know if I'm ever going to love it more than DS1 and DS3. I'm a big sucker for classic games too. That's the other thing.
Let's get going.
Is like no matter what I do,
what I can about protecting yourself.
No matter what I do, I'm a huge sucker for classic games. So like I like anything that's older, I probably like it. There comes a point where a game is like too weird, even for me. Like there really does come a point where there's some games that are just too weird even for me, but not most of the time. Oh. Yeah. So this is like I've played like Castlevania 3. I love Castlevania 3. You know, I played like Castlevania 1, or I played Fire Emblem 1. I played like a bunch of the old classic Castlevania games. I played Fallout 1 and 2. I played like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines and stuff like that. So I really like older games. Newer games have like this. They have kind of this weird sheen to them. They're like too polished almost, you know. And I think that people have said this before. There's like a lot of people that said Elden Ring to me. I already love it, and I know that it's going to be really awesome when I get to the end, and there's going to be like a lot of fun to be had. But it does feel very like new and polished, and it just goes to show that like when you're really a connoisseur, you really see the value that old game. You really see a game in a way that you really see games for in a way that respects that they're different. I know, yeah, that's part of it for sure. I think sometimes like you need glitches. You really do need like fun glitches and weird glitches and stuff like that. But the idea being is that as a connoisseur, like I love new games. I'm like, please give me more new games. Like I love Elden Ring, I love all this stuff. And then it's like at the same time I'm like, these old games are really great too. Even if they're weird and clunky, they're still really great in their own way. It's just not as obvious in what way they're amazing. Unless you like really know them and have the connoisseur's eye. Like I think a lot of kids today would struggle to beat like Fallout 1. They'd struggle to beat Fallout 1, they'd struggle to beat like Fallout 2. And those are great games. Those are awesome games. I kind of almost wish Fallout 3 was more like... I kind of almost wish Van Buren had existed. I don't know if you know about Van Buren. Have you ever heard of Van Buren? So Van Buren was the canceled Fallout game. That was supposed to be the original Fallout 3. But to distinguish it from Fallout, from the real Fallout 3, we call it, I think people call it Van Buren. And the basic idea was it was supposed to be, it was like the precursor to New Vegas. It was like going to be the original version of New Vegas, and I think it had a lot of plot similarities. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, big money in games is a big issue, for sure. I think big money has really damaged video games, for sure. I 100% agree with that. Although, to be fair to big money, I think that because graphics, the expectations of graphics, yeah, you should look it up. You should look up Van Buren and stuff. There's not that much on it, but it was the original. I think at some point we may get like a leak, like a big leak that has like or no, I think there are builds of it that are playable and stuff. It was never really that. It was never that far along, is the thing. It wasn't like one of these games. It was like halfway done and then they abandoned it or something. It was mostly not done. Is the issue with Van Buren. So, but I recommend looking into it because it was the original. It was like Fallout New Vegas before Fallout New Vegas was a thing, and it's like a really cool story. But I don't know that much about it. I was watching some stuff about it, I think, a while ago, but I think there's not that much to know. But yeah, it was basically Fallout New Vegas before Fallout New Vegas was a thing. And then at some point Bethesda buys they cancel Van Buren. Van Buren is one of those games that existed in kind of the weird dark ages of gaming. There's kind of this weird like mid-2000s dark age where there's some kind of issue with a bunch of like old Rocksteady game devs and they kind of struggle to get out good products. And there's like a weird drought. There's like this weird mid-2000s kind of like drought where like a bunch of developers that had made game in the late 90s and early 2000s like couldn't anymore. And I think it's one of the victims of that, where Obsidian was hard up for cash, or they weren't, you know, something was wrong. I think it has to do with changing technology, is my theory. So the idea being is that as in the mid 2000s there was like issues with like computer compatibility and issues with like changing gaming landscape. Yeah, so like people were kind of moving away from that. But Van Buren has an interesting combat system where it what did I just level up? Was it sneak? But anyway, Van Buren has like a weird combat system where you like you select an attack to use, and then a bar. It's kind of like Final Fantasy VI if you've ever played that. Like a bar fills up, and then when the bar is finished filling up, you like attack, and then you just like wait again for the bar to fill up, and then you attack again. So it's kind of weird, like almost like mixture of real time and turn-based. And I kind of wish they had actually made the game. I actually sort of wish I could play Van Buren because it sounds really cool. It sounds like it's one of these like transitional titles between like real time and turn-based that just never got made. Like Final Fantasy 5 or 6 or something like that. Or I think 4 is the first one that has real-time battle. Because those old FF7 has it too. Yeah. I've never played FF, or I've played a little bit of FF7, but I was more, when I was a kid I was into FF6. FF6 was the one that I was really into. So I had it on the Game Boy Advance. So I'm too young for the Super Nintendo, basically. My uncles had a Super Nintendo, and I remember watching my uncle play FF6. But I was never into, but I never had a Super Nintendo myself. I'm too young. But what I did have was, what I did have was a Game Boy Advance, and the Game Boy Advance had a remake of Final Fantasy VI. And so I've played the Final Fantasy VI remake several times. Where's Farkas? Farkas? Did I drop down into this area? We need to mine this iron ore vein. So I played Final Fantasy VI. Or no, I only played it once. Yeah, so that has it, and it's like a, you know, kind of like a weird transition between real time and turn-based, which I think is an underexplored area of where is Farkas? Where the heck is Farkas, dude? I need to like go back or something if I can't find him. Where is he? That's so crazy. Where is he?
What have you got?
Is he fighting something? Or is Skyrim bugging? That's so weird. Oh, you did have you had an NES, really? That's pretty cool. NES was yeah, I've played a handful of NES games. But I'm more I was really interested in the Fire Emblem games. Cause I wanted to practice my Japanese on the Fire Emblem games. And so where's Farkas? I need to like figure out where he is, unfortunately. Cause I saw him on the way in. Oh, okay, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He's fighting goblins. Go figure. He should wake up when or he should come back into the party when I kill these. See, like these models look so lazy. These Creation Club models look so unbelievably lazy. I know, it's like typical Skyrim. What can you do? There's like actually nothing you can do about it. Where is he? He's still missing. Do I just wait? Let's try that. Where is he? They're gonna go back farther. It's just like, I don't know. We'll just take a different route. This scam. I probably could wait. Maybe what I'll do.
The sun is... It's not great for my skin.
Yeah, there he is. Okay, he's right there. So what I'll do is I'll go back all the way to Avonshell. Avonshell, and I'll just like wait. Oh, I can't. Boo.
Where'd you come from?
Freaking Skyrim, man.
Who's there?
What are you gonna do?
Done and done.
Oh yeah, it's like, it's so crazy. This game is such a wacky, like a Family Guy, right? That's pretty good. This game is just so wacky for sure. This is like not gonna work. I'm gonna wait and he's not gonna appear. It's part of the charm, but boy howdy is it like just famous for being this so weird. Okay, I think we gotta just roll it back. Probably what he's doing is he's fighting like a monster outside or something.
Let's move faster. The sun is...
He's probably like trying to kill like a goblin or something. And then I need to take his quest off too. Where is it? Oh, that's the one. Oh, okay, there we go. We'll take his quest marker off too. He has a quest marker. I actually used that. That's actually really smart. Now that I look at it, I could probably figure out where he is based on his quest marker. But we'll just run it back. It's okay. That's Skyrim, baby. I kind of took a weird route anyway. So maybe he's stuck on the shore. He could be stuck in the water or something, for all I know. There's like literally no way to know unless I went back and tried to. I guess I could. Nah, whatever. We'll just roll it. We'll just run for it here. There's no consistent, method or whatever. I guess I could go back and investigate, but I'd rather keep going on this quest here. Just chalk it up to Skyrim being weird. Where am I? Okay, I know where I am. Oh, that fox attacked me. That's so. Why is this fox hostile? And then it does something weird again. It's like I literally just got done with Skyrim being weird, and then it just was weird again. And there's a hostile fox. Like, why is this fox hostile? What is going on inside of Skyrim? I think I. Yeah, well, that's the thing is I have this. No, I actually haven't. Is that the new one? I've definitely seen it. It kind of looks good. I have to admit. I'm actually looking at it and I'm saying to myself, this actually looks fine. But I haven't actually played it yet. The thing is, I kind of fell out of. I was a Tales of Symphonia kid. So when I was a kid, I had Tales. When I was like 11 or something, I had Tales of Symphonia, and it was so good. It was so freaking good. It was like next level. Well, it wasn't next level good, but it was a good game. It was a pretty solid game actually. So I had Tales of Symphonia, and that was kind of it. I think I played Tales of the Abyss too. I think the other game I played was Tales of the Abyss, and that was pretty okay as well. But I played Tales of the Abyss, and that was pretty okay as well. But I think that was later. I think I played that later. So I didn't really play that many. I kind of look at it and I'm like, oh, this is going to be like Tales of Symphonia. And I think Tales of Symphonia was really good for the time, but I don't know if I'm really all that excited to play another Tales game, Maybe I should be. Maybe I should be like, oh yes, I can't wait to play Tales 8 or whatever. Tales of the Abyss or something. Or whatever the new one is. Tales of Xenia or Tales of Berseria, I think is the new one of the new ones. I don't know. Oh, okay. That's really cool. Because I know there's a new Xenoblade. I know there's been a Xenoblade for a long time. Or there's and now my horse is missing. My goodness. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, Skyrim madness for you. Oh, it's from 2010. See, I could probably get it on Dolphin or something. I could probably emulate that and play it that way. I don't know. I haven't looked into the Xenoblade Saga game series. You know, like I've looked a little bit into whatever it's called. I need a sip of water actually. I've looked a little bit into Shin Megami Tensei and Persona. Interesting. See, I need to look more into these. People have given me really good suggestions for games. I need to take them more seriously. I think this is actually a game that I might actually do. Because I could get into the Xenogears series. People, isn't there a video? I think I saw a video on the Xenogears saga or something. There's some guy who was... or maybe I'm confusing it. Maybe I'm confusing it with something else. Or maybe I'm confusing it with Symphogear or something. But yeah, maybe I could look into the Xenogears series. Because that's a series I've never looked into. I'm familiar with the fact that there's like a really new one. Or there's one that came out maybe 4 or 5 years ago or something, right? Help. Oh. So this is probably where Farkas is getting stuck. But I need to keep my eyes on him. These Creation Club models look so terrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the Creation Club, but these Creation Club models look very bad. These are very sad models. Where's... Okay, Farkas is right there. Okay, cool. So we're gonna hard save. Oh, or am I confusing Xenogears with something else? Oh, Xenoblade. Okay, yeah, I am confusing. Because I think I saw a video about Xenogears. I think they're good enemies in Oblivion. I think in Skyrim they're really terrible. They're like really... Oh, this is a troll. Okay, this is an entire other thing. It's an entire other thing. Look at this farmer, by the way. It's pretty cool. So there's like a weird... These farmers... This is interesting. I was talking about this at the beginning of the stream. These farmer and NPCs that spawn can get to absurd levels. They can get really high level for no reason. You can have like a level 100 like farmer for like no conceivable reason. But probably the encounter is that the troll attacks him, is my guess. Yeah. So you can have farmers that you can't touch with any illusion spells at all. It's like one of the few enemies that does that for some reason. But they'll be like infinitely high level for like no conceivable reason. I don't know if they get more HP and stuff. They probably do, but it's not. So they might have like a lot of HP too. I don't know. I was theorizing that it had something to do with werewolves. Yeah. So that's like you'll have like a world where enemies will cap out at about level 30 or level 40, and then you'll have a farmer. But I think it's tied to your level somehow. I'm not sure exactly how it works. But I was thinking about that earlier. Because there was a theory going around that it has something to do with werewolf quests, or not? Yeah. So like if you encounter them at night, they become werewolves and attack you, or something like that. But I think that's not. I don't know if that's true actually. I think I read that somewhere. This is one of those things where I don't know why I'm like so muddled on this topic. Okay, hold up. We're gonna reset this area. We're gonna see if we can get these followers to not get in my way. And so the basic plan here is to get the buff to increase our smithing skill, or to give us bonus smithing XP. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna farm out the ethereal crown. And while we're doing that, we're gonna pick up a bunch of dwarven brass, or whatever, and dwarven metal.
We get in, we steal the lexicon, we leave.
And then we're gonna max out our smithing while we
Don't get jumpy.
We've stopped. What is it? I'll show you what I can about protecting yourself.
And then we're gonna max out our smithing.
Enough. Their services will be more than adequate. Let us continue.
Yeah. No, I'm a legendary guy too. This is also on legendary for sure. I didn't know there were so many people. Really? Yeah. So I'm confusing Xenoblade with Xenogears, and I don't know why. I think that's the confusion that I'm making. So I think there's like a really big video about the Xenogears saga. But I need to look into Xenoblade. Maybe I'll really like Xenoblade. It reminds me, like I said, it reminds me of Tales of Symphonia. I see it and I'm like, okay, this is Tales of Symphonia probably. Like that has like a similarity. There's like an overlap there probably. So that's kind of my first assumption about Xenogears.
Let's get going.
Oh.
What do you need to take?
I'll take the pickaxe, please.
Let's go.
We'll mine this ore. And this precious, precious ore. Okay. Yeah, so I need to look into that. Xenoblade. Thank you for telling me about that. That's on my list now. I don't know if I'll ever actually get around to it, but it's definitely something I should keep my eyes on. Because I'm looking for games that are like really good. Okay, so there's like a connection, is what you're saying. That's really cool. That's Xenoblade is like a blind spot. Because I know there's a Smash character. One of the characters was in Smash, right? The girl who wears red or something was like they introduced in Smash. And so I'm gonna have to do some digging there. I'm gonna have to go through the trouble of kind of sussing that out. Okay, I'm actually really shattered right now. Yeah. I don't know what her name is, but like I'm familiar with the character. I watched a review of it. You know, I watched like a donkey video or something of that new one. But I should look at the series. Enel. I've never heard of this guy. See, let me look him up real quick. We'll look up our dear new friend Enel here. Enel. Oh, cool. Oh, look at this. Okay, no, this is good. Thank you. Thank you. I like this guy. This is really cool. This is like really cool. Interesting. Okay. So he does a bunch of different games, huh? What's his playlist look like? Ooh, okay. No. I like where this is going. Thank you. This is really cool. Yeah, and then I'll just pick and choose which games I want to look at. That's great. That's actually really great. It's going to help me out a ton to kind of sort through Xenoblades, get a grasp on it. That's really awesome. That's really freaking awesome. Thank you a ton. Yeah, no, this is the sort of thing that I love. Because I really do want to like know new video games and stuff. Okay, Greater Soul Jam. I'm gonna try to get as much. You know what I need to do? You know what a mistake I made? He should not have armor on. He should have no equipment, so I can carry more dwarven metal with him. I forgot about that. I actually made a really huge mistake by having him have anything on. He should have no armor, so I can use him as a pack mule. Actually, so I basically made like a huge mistake here. Because watch, I have two. This solid dwarven metal. It's gonna really weigh me down, and there's like no way around it. I think maybe I won't be able to get as much as I need to get at it. Yeah, he's already overfull. That's so stupid of me that I overlooked that. Honestly, I could probably drop his armor on the ground and it wouldn't really matter. Because it's only orcish. So I might actually just do that. I might just like take off his armor and drop it on the ground. Right in front of him. It'd be like, oh no. What are you doing, man? But I actually might do that. Just to like hold more dwarven crap. Why am I going two different directions now? No, I wouldn't use that glitch. That's a little too glitchy for me. I've done like healing loops and stuff. I've done lots of cheesy healing loops, and I try to avoid glitches if possible because I never want to have to sit there and rely on a glitch. I try to play games the way that the developers intended as much as I can. There's some cases where you don't, you know. There's like some cases here or there where you just like don't play in that way, but I try to play developer intended unless I feel like the developers are really doing me dirty, you know. Which does happen, you know. You'll like play a game and like it's clear that the developers are kind of doing you dirty. But like and usually though, if a developer is trying to do you dirty, they usually like fix the glitches, you know. Like there's very rarely do you get to play a game and like glitch the crap out of it forever, you know. Like if you're playing The Binding of Isaac, they will eventually patch it out because they don't want you to glitch it. Another one is Terraria. Terraria is probably the worst one. Oh, this is the shortcut out actually. I went the wrong direction here. Terraria is kind of the weird exception. Or I mean, Terraria is like a great example because there's this infinite money glitch that was found in Terraria a long time ago, and they patched it out. They were like, no, we're not going to let people do this anymore. They patched it out almost immediately. And it's like really stupid. I really hated that. I was really mad when they did that. Maybe I probably shouldn't have been. I wasn't like that mad. I wasn't like mad in a weird way, right? But I was mad in a way where I was like, oh man, it's so unfair, so dumb, because like getting gold in Terraria is really tough to do, especially on the max difficulties, and you need like a lot of it. You need a lot of it to min-max, and so I was actually kind of mad when they fixed the money glitch in Terraria, and that's like a great example where those devs really do want to like put the screws to you, and so because they really want to put the screws to you, they're gonna fix that kind of stuff. So usually I don't like glitches. I think that there's a lot, like I said, there's if you're playing an old game, there's not really necessarily a need. Although I guess in Fallout 1 I use glitches a lot actually. Fallout 1 is I think I did glitch Fallout 1 a lot because usually to get lots of experience in Fallout 1 is a huge amount of work. But you can actually farm experience with a glitch. So there's like a lock somewhere in the game that can be picked infinitely, and so you can farm infinite XP from it, experience from it. And so I did that. I've done that before. But I don't know if I really think that that's all that smart. You know what I mean? Like I think if I played Fallout 1 again, I wouldn't do that. Because those perks at the end of Fallout 1 are like impossible to get. They're basically impossible to get. They're not literally impossible to get, but they're essentially impossible to get. Yeah, you know. Yeah, well the weight, that's fair. Because like I've had to shuffle around a lot of crap. Definitely. I'm sitting here and I've shuffled around so much crap on this character. So I definitely get you there. The thing is, this character is supposed to be like the purest character, especially. This particular character is supposed to be like the 100% purest character, because I'm doing like survival, legendary. I mean, I play on legendary always, but I'm doing like survival mode. I don't really like survival mode. I think because you can't fast travel, it's really bad. That's my issue with survival mode. Is it because you cannot fast travel, it's really terrible. I think, and it's kind of lazy almost because, you know, like in Morrowind, there's no fast travel, right? Like you can't fast travel in Morrowind, right? Well, what does Morrowind have instead of fast travel? Oh, that's right. Morrowind has divine intervention. You can have scrolls of divine intervention, and scrolls of Obsidian intervention, and market recall, right? So it's just lazy. I'm sorry to say, but it's just lazy. Like survival needs mark and recall and divine intervention. And so I'm going to do this character's survival, but I'm never going to do another character's survival. But I want to like, I want to do a guide for survival. I want to be like, oh, this is what survival has to offer. This is how you do it. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, you know, don't pretend they want to be like a survival game and they want to be like Morrowind, but or they want to be a survival game. Like they forgot about Morrowind or something. Like they don't realize that divine intervention is in the lore or whatever, you know. And you can like sit there and you can do divine intervention and fun stuff like that. And it's like really kind of sad. So it's the thing I hate about survival. Survival I really hate because of that. And it's like if they just had divine intervention or market recall, I think it would be just fine, you know, because then I could just like warp back to Whiterun when I'm done with the dungeon. Just like snap my fingers, boom, back to Whiterun, and like it wouldn't be this like huge mess. But because you can't do that, it's like the worst. It's like the worst experience. Maybe not the worst, but you know, definitely it's a big letdown. I found survival to be a bit of a letdown, so I won't be doing it. I won't be doing it twice for sure. The idea that I'm going to do it twice is just no way. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, shoot. Shoot. I just got really good gauntlets. That was it right there. What's over encumbering me? Yeah, it's like right now I'm like, okay, what's over encumbering me? What do I have that's over encumbering me? We can drop that. We're never going to use that. Oh, cool. I got really good gauntlets just now. Well, no, that's the thing is that I like fast travel. I think fast travel is fine. Like, I totally think fast travel is okay. I don't hate fast travel. I'm not sitting, you know, like some people hate fast travel. I understand where they're coming from. Don't get me wrong. If you hate fast travel, or if people hate fast travel, that's totally fine.
What is it?
I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, like fast travel is like would be good or whatever, right? Some people think that, other people don't. It's whatever. But like, if you're gonna pretend that you're like Morrowind, you actually have to have the Morrowind things. You know, you got to do yourself the favor of doing the actual Morrowind business. You know, like. And honestly, Fallout 4, I think Fallout 4 also is a better... Like, I've done Fallout 4 survival, and they kind of ruined survival in Fallout 4 too. Fallout 4 survival is also bad, but at least Fallout 4 survival feels less like you're just running around the world. I feel like the world design in Fallout 4 is more tight. But even Fallout 4 is lazy, you know, and you know why? It's because the Institute literally invented teleporters, right? Like, you literally have Institute teleporters that teleport you from point A to point B. So why can't we use those in survival mode? Well, you can, because you can teleport to the Institute and then teleport out of the Institute, right? So it's like, okay, you can kind of fast travel, right? But that's another great example. It's like, how do these guys get they have this like idea in their heads that survival mode has to be this giant pain without really looking at the deep lore? Like, there's no reason. Yeah, it's like well, you can't teleport with the Institute, so you can teleport to the Institute, and then you can teleport out of the Institute. And technically, for that matter, in Skyrim, you can also use Bend Will to get dragons to fly you around. Okay, so you can do some stuff, but you have to encounter a dragon to use Bend Will. You have to have the Bend Will shout, and you have to encounter a dragon, and it's like really awkward to fly a dragon. Flying a dragon is like really weird and awkward, and it feels like you don't really have any control. And so it's like a huge amount of work to the point where it's like not even worth it, I think. But maybe that's the problem. What I should do is I should go and I should
We've stopped. What is it?
Get Bend Will, but like I probably can't. I actually probably cannot get Bend Will. I don't think yet. I think not yet. I think maybe I'm almost there, but I don't quite have what I need to get Bend Will. Maybe that's a good idea though. Maybe I'll do that. Like low key we'll just grab Bend Will. But then if there's no dragon around, it's just like, it's a huge mess. Like, maybe I won't get Bend Will. I don't know. Like, you know. Yeah, well, honestly, maybe something like that. I don't know. I really think that the divine intervention would just fix this. Just fix Skyrim. Like, if they, survival mode, if they just had divine intervention. If I could just, like, you know, but there's the reason to do Institute every Fallout 4 survival run, right? So if you're playing Fallout 4 in survival, just go Institute, you know. And then at least that way, because the Minutemen aren't doing crap for you, you know. The Brotherhood's not doing anything. I think Divine Intervention is the magic fix for this. And then what you could do is you could have, like, I don't know, Mark and yeah, but I mean, like, the question is, what school of magic would it be in? Is like Divine Intervention Restoration? Like, that seems kind of weird, right? Is Divine Intervention is it
We've stopped. What is it? What do you need to take?
I think this large decorative Dwemer strut. Hold up, I need to look it up actually.
Let's go.
I'm just gonna look it up. I don't want to have to carry this around if it's not gonna be worth it. What is it? Dwarven metal, Skyrim. Yeah, no, this is it. This is one of them. I need to pick this item up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have Farkas drop his junk.
I'm still here. What do you need to take?
I'm gonna have, okay, so you're gonna lose your, what do I not need on him? We'll just take off his Orcish armor. That's good. Yeah, I'm done with the Orcish stuff. That's totally fine. It's stolen anyway.
We've stopped. What do you need to take?
We'll just give him random crap here. Boom. That'll free up some room for more dwarven stuff. And then what I'll do is I'll just take off all of his equipment when I get back to Whiterun. Yeah, I mean, they can workshop it, right? I don't know. Maybe more fast travel points, right? Maybe more, like, horses, more carriages, right? They could have done some more work to make it less weird, but they just didn't. The thing about Fallout 4 Survival is it's totally ruined. I actually really hate Fallout 4 Survival. And the reason I hate Fallout 4 Survival is because it's easier than very hard. So you know Fallout. I don't know if you know Fallout 4. Do you know Fallout 4? So the basic idea is that Fallout 4 has Legendary, but it's called Very Hard, right? And then Survival, so it's the same as Legendary. It's enemies take 1/4 damage, and you take 4 times damage, right? And that's like how it works. But for Fallout, oh, that's really cool. For Survival, you take 4 times damage, and enemies take 2 times damage. So you actually deal more damage in Survival. So it, like, ruins it. It completely ruins it. It's like, why would I ever play Survival when Very Hard is harder? Like, it really bothers me. It's not the end of the world, but it's like there's no reason to play Survival in Fallout 4 anyway. So they also ruin Survival in Fallout 4. I don't know why they don't get survival modes, because I think they could be cool. I like don't hate everything about survival modes. The fact that I'm like constantly debuffed is like kind of funny, you know. The fact that I'm just like constantly debuffed with just like hunger or something. Yeah, it was good for one time. I think I'd do it one more time. I think I'd do it for like an unarmed character. You know, like I'm playing like a sneak unarmed or something, and I think maybe I do survival like one more time for that. But it would have to be, the problem with survival is because it's easier than Very Hard, I hate it. Like, it takes you longer to do anything, but it's easier, and that's like so annoying to me. So I played as like a melee character, and what I did is I just walked around the map like one-shotting everything. Like, I would just like sneak, crit, kill literally everything. Like, even like a legendary Mirelurk Queen. Like a legendary Mirelurk Queen would show up and I would just kill them immediately. Whoa, what was that? Yo, what's up? How you doing?
Not to mention our pay. So
we're not turning.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like the bullet sponginess. I said give me more. Like, I love when a game like makes me hate it. Like, I think that's fun, actually. I like the bullet sponginess. I think it's part of the charm. It's like really stupid. Yes, this is not too bad. It's a nice day. It was a nice day outside. I got a run in. I went outside and I got a good run in. So I'm pretty happy with myself. Oh, killed me again. And I think so I'm trying to like get back into exercise. Because there's a really great place to run near me. So I'm trying to like really like get out there and like exercise myself. Plus it's summer's coming up. So my hope is to get in shape this summer. I mean, I'm relatively in shape already. I know, I'm excited about that. Like I like the bullet sponginess. Like I think it's fun. Like I'm a Binding of Isaac guy, and I'm like a real lunatic for games and stuff like this. Plus I think Fallout 4, like it's hard to explain when I say that I like the bullet sponginess, but it's so over the top almost. You know what I mean? Like it's like a video game has bullet sponginess, and you can do it wrong. But I think Fallout 4 does it in a way that's like weird and like frustrating, you know? Like there's some games where there's bullet sponginess and it's just boring. You know, like you're playing a game and you're shooting an enemy like 500 times and then like he can't do anything to you, right? Or something like that. I think Fallout 4 is like, it borders on being frustrating. It's like enemies aren't just bullet sponges, they're also annoying. And I kind of appreciate that. I kind of think that's kind of funny. You know what I mean? Like I kind of enjoy it for being weird. It's like why did they do this to me? And you'll like go into like a super mutant, like you'll go into a super mutant place and there'll be like 5 super mutants shooting at you and they'll like all one-shot you. And then you need to somehow hold up. I need to take a sip of water. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. But like you'll walk into a super mutant dungeon and you'll like immediately be attacked by like 5 super mutants and they'll all like 1 or 2 shot you. And then they all take like 2 damage. And so you have to like slowly like chip them down and fight them and just like work them over. And I think that is kind of fun. I think it's like stupid and frustrating, but I do think it is fun. At least once. You know what's so funny is my first legendary character, when I was getting into when I was getting into very hard difficulty, my first character had no offenses. I didn't take any, plus your character has to be super optimized, and I do respect that. Like, it's not that bad if you're insanely optimized. If your character is just like ridiculously optimized for damage, and you know the little tricks, you can get away with it. But my first character was like built around defenses. Yeah, and like they just like, it's like Fallout. Although to be fair, Fallout 3, some of those endgame mutants can be pretty tricky. Like there's some dangerous. I think at the end there are some dangerous enemies. It's not like a complete joke. It's like mostly. It's like I think Fallout 3 is mostly a joke, even on very hard. But it's not. It's not a complete joke. Like there are like a super mutant master with like a tri-beam laser rifle will kill you on the hardest difficulty. And I do respect that. I think it's like silly, but I do respect it.
We've stopped. What is it? What do you need to take?
I need to give him some more stuff. I'm gonna like... I'm just gonna basically, if he runs out of space one more time, I'm just gonna strip off all of his armor. And just like toss it on the ground. Because I'm like done with that orcish set. The thing about the orc... Oh yeah, so like right now I'm gonna do that actually. Is Lord Strut one of them? I love Fallout 3. I want to play Fallout 3 again, actually. I'm actually probably going to do myself a favor and play Fallout 3 at some point. Is Large Drummer Strut one of them? Some of these aren't. Some of these aren't actually metal. No, Large Drummer Strut counts, yeah. So I'm gonna have to...
Let's get going. What do you need to take?
Okay, so we go weapons. He can equip... Okay, so I'm just going to take off his gauntlets. We'll just take the gauntlets. The shield I kind of want him to have. Is that it? Oh no, here we go. So orcish boots, orcish helmet, boom. Drop those on the ground. I actually want the Golden Saint stuff. For reasons.
Lead on, then.
You'll see where the Golden Saint stuff is going.
What do you need to take?
This is, so like I understand why you're doing the glitch. Don't give me, like I truly understand why you are doing the glitch to, he's still over encumbered. But hey, that's got, you know, To a certain extent, that's Skyrim. What do I need? I need to like
What do you need to
do
take?
something. I need to like take something off of him. Golden sword, no. Glass bow, probably not. I guess maybe the shield. This is a good shield though. This is actually a really bonkers shield. I'm gonna like really hate giving up that shield. Oh, I can take these. I don't need those anymore actually. And then, because I already cured my own werewolfism several minutes ago. I'm still over encumbered. Okay, no, we need to drop stuff still. Hold up. I gotta switch back to my OBS tab. See, I haven't ever obtained the Lincoln's repeater. This is why I need to go back and play Fallout 3, because I've actually never found the Lincoln's repeater. That's like an item I haven't ever encountered actually. I think I tried to get it and I couldn't figure it out. But the first time I played Fallout 3, I was like 15 or something. It was a really good game when I first played it. It was like a game that dominated my teenage years, which is weird because it was so depressing. I wouldn't say it made me depressed because I actually really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. But the game itself, that's the other issue with it is, this is the real problem with, I'm still over encumbered. My god. Farkas, please, do something. Do something, Farkas.
What do you need to take?
Yeah, it is too good. It is way too good. It's actually my favorite. I wouldn't say it's my favorite item, but it's up there. The Drake sword. I think it's legitimately so good for that game that the Drake sword exists. Like I legitimately believe it makes the game better for the Drake sword to exist, because it is actually good enough to beat the whole game with. You can literally kill. You can purely spec into defenses. Oh, this firewood. Why do I have this firewood on him? There you go. Why do I have firewood on him? Firewood I don't need. I do not need firewood. Where is the firewood? And what I'll do is I'll probably drop some of these camping supplies too. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. So crazy. Like, what was I just saying? Sorry, I forgot. I forgot just now what I was saying. What was I saying right now? Shoot. I lost my train of thought because I was going to say something. Oh yeah, no, Drake Sword. Drake Sword is so good. Drake Sword is so good. So good. It is like, it's like if you're stuck and you don't know what to do, you can still use the Drake Sword. Yes, this is Unfathomable Depths for sure. Yeah, because I want the bonus smithing XP. Yeah, this is Unfathomable Depths for sure. And then I'm picking up like Dwemer metal too. So I can forge with it later. And then what I'm gonna start doing Ethereal Crown next. But I want to do this quest right now, just to like get it out of the way. Yes. Because I need to max out my smithing ideally. The problem is I'm gonna level up really fast here, and so I don't know. We'll see. But my character's at least set up right for this. If I was doing things any worse at all, this would be really tough to do. Ugh, I'm encumbered again. I need to just like drop random crap. Like these common soul gems. Those can go. Okay, cool. Yeah, it sucks when you have to decide what you want to keep and give up. Oh, there it goes again. Yeah, so like I think I need to give up greater soul gems. Or those can go. Honestly, if I have to leave a little bit of solid Dwemer metal behind, yeah, I'm just gonna leave like one chunk of solid. Or I guess I can focus it. I'm like getting really greedy here.
What do you need to take?
They're trying to slap all the stuff out of my little pizza hands. Is what's going on here. What does he have on him? The leather I need to. Oh, okay. No, I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Yeah, probably that would do good, but it's a lot of work is the problem. Problem is that's like a huge amount of work to do. Yeah, I know. I could probably farm it out, but it's like a huge. I shouldn't. I think he's. What I need to do is he has like a bunch of swords and armor on him that I want to keep, and that's like the mistake that I make. So I shouldn't. He shouldn't have like armor and stuff on him. Basically, there's like armor and stuff that he has on him that he should not, and so that's the issue. That like shield, this sword and a shield I want to keep, and so because I want to keep his stupid sword and shield, I need to just like go back to Whiterun and just drop it off basically, and once that happens, at least it'll be relatively easy. But if I have to drop some of this stuff, it's not gonna be the end of the world. Like, I can drop a set of, like, Dwemer scrap metal, or solid Dwemer metal, and it's not going to kill me. But I need to, like, ignore... Oh, this is gold ore, actually. I want to take that. But what I need to do is just, like, drop this. Like, I don't need greater soul gems. Those can go. As, like, an example. Like, I don't need soul gems for this character. Soul gems are somebody else's problem for now. I can pick up soul gems... is, you know, that's because I'm not going to do enchanting. There's actually a reason not to do enchanting for this character, so I'm not going to bother leveling enchanting. This is a smithing only, and that's the thing about legendaries. If you front load it and you just like grind the character out, it's ow. If you front load it and you grind the character out completely, it takes away a little bit of the charm. I think the optimal way to play Skyrim is to do like one crafting skill. That's a really weird character, dude. That's a really bizarre character. Like, not to throw shade, but that is an insanely bizarre character. That is like a really, really, really bizarre character. Are you doing like, is it, what kind of magic? Like alteration or something? That is like the most incongruent character I think I've ever heard of in my entire life. Although, to be fair, you're using heavy armor, which I think is good too. That is like the wackiest. I'm shocked actually. But I guess if you played Skyrim a million times, you got to do kind of crazy stuff like that to make it interesting, huh? That is a really, really bizarre character. Like a comedically bizarre character. Like goofy, I would say. I love it. I love it. I don't know if I have the courage to do that character. Are you doing like paralysis? Because what you could do is you could alteration paralysis, and then proceed to like hit enemies, and then pull out your two-handed sword and then start hitting enemies with that. And you're level 63 too. So like, how are those? That is so crazy. How are those characters? How are those skills interacting? How are you actually killing anything? Okay. No, that sounds like that's actually a really broken character. No, actually, I get where you're going here. No, that's actually really broken. Because you hit enemies from afar with destruction, and then when they get close, you just summon a battle axe, a bound battle axe or whatever, bound battle sword. I can't remember the two-handed bound weapon, but yeah, you summon like a battle axe and you just like kill enemies instantly, and you have like armor, you have like bonus armor and stuff. No, that character, I can see how the character actually works. Actually, I actually can see how that character works now. You get a bunch of free defenses, and then you just like summon a battle axe. That's really awesome, actually. I was thinking maybe you were doing like destruction, and then destruction, and then yeah, no, that's actually really cool. I love it. That's actually really awesome. Like the when I think about it, I'm like, okay, I see where this is going actually. But it is a little wacky. I assume you meant like destruction with two-handed, which is like the one thing you can't do. That's like legitimately like destruction two-handed is like the hardest thing to do, because switching between the weapon and the spells is like impossible, or it's like really tough to do. So that is kind of the funny thing about it, but everything else about that makes perfect sense. This actually sounds like a pretty decent character even. I bet you're not even having that much trouble, huh?
Let's get going. Go on ahead. I'll stand guard. We going? Lead the way.
The thing is, you're really high level though, so I'm pretty sure there's some like really tough Falmer or something.
What do you need to take?
Like an enemy with like it's like a 1200 HP Falmer or something, crazy like that. Which is where I think that's, but I mean probably that's a good challenge. At the end of the day, if you're the Skyrim master, you gotta like give it a little bit of love. That was kind of what encouraged me to do
I'll show you what I can
a lot of my more interesting characters, which I'll showcase later. I'm not going to showcase today, but there's some interesting character setups I have actually that I'll showcase later. Yeah, I don't even know why they got rid of that. That's honestly one of my favorite things about Oblivion. I'm kind of confused why they decided that doesn't belong in Skyrim. I think maybe they wanted... The thing is that, like, it's actually kind of a bad... Like, I wouldn't call it, like, a bad design choice. But that's the thing about Skyrim is that, like... Why can't it work that way? Like, I'm not sure, like, if let's say I have a spell in my left hand. So I have, like, a destruction spell in my left hand. And I have, like, a sword in my right hand, right? Like, that's not even actually a good way of doing things. Like, I hate to say it, that is not even a good way of doing things in this game. Like, one-handed plus destruction is not good. It's, like, weird. It's like, why are you even doing that? Like, the best way to do spells is to either cast, like, really broken spells, or to, like, to stun lock enemies, right? That's really tough. Yeah, you're in a bind there. There's, like, no good choice for that, for, like, which stat to improve. I mean, I guess you could make it harder and give yourself stamina for every... just, like, do all stamina just to make the game really hard. But yeah, it seems like that would be really funny, is that, like, so you have... Because this character is all health. This character is literally 100% health. I have 0 bonus stamina and 0 bonus magicka. And so this character is at least a bit of a brick. It won't really matter that much in the long run, because enemies do, like, accumulate a lot of damage, but... In the short run, this character is at least... what's my current ring? Oh, I know what it is, actually. I might actually equip this ring. Because I think I have Bond of Match... I have Wedding Ring as my current ring. That's the thing, is that, like, a lot of characters... That's one nice thing about this character is you don't have to invest in magic at all. Like, investing in magic is probably the trickiest thing, because your character has to survive. Like an arrow hits you and you just instantly die. Anytime you invest it, you have a character that's like all magic or all stamina or something. I don't even know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's a reason to even invest in stamina, right? Like, I don't think stamina is viable. I could be wrong about that. Oh, shoot. Okay. So I think I don't get to take this, where is it? I think I have to drop something here. Like, I don't have a choice. Something has to go here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do solid Dormer metal. That's fine. We'll get that back later. Just a way. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that they tried to, like, streamline it. You know, it's very streamlined in Fallout 4. I think the problem is that it's actually kind of a false choice. Oh, does it really? It does, really? You're kidding me. I actually didn't know that. I actually did not know that. How much carry weight does it give? I'm like supposed to be an expert at Skyrim and I don't know this. That's so crazy. Maybe I'll put a point into stamina or something at some point, because I probably don't need like 10 extra health. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll actually invest in a little bit of stamina here. Dude, okay, cool, awesome. There you go. I'm sold. Oh, okay, that's actually not bad. The thing is, it's not essential. The thing is, if you're playing optimally, it's not essential. Yeah, that's like the issue. But maybe I will do it. Maybe I'll do it anyway. I'll get like a couple points of stamina or something. Because like 10 extra health probably won't make the difference against like a real enemy. So it might be worth it. Actually, I didn't know that. I literally didn't even know that. This is wow. There you go. It happens, you know. We all wake up one day and find out that there's one thing we don't know. Isn't that crazy? But hey, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it. You get to learn. That's actually really interesting. But yeah, so like generally the main choice, if you're technically, the main choice is like, okay, well, do you need magicka? If the answer is yes, like, can you beat the game with no HP and only magicka? If the answer is yes, then you go magicka. If you can't do that, then you go health. Yeah. Well, the way you get more carry weight for the way you do it is you want the heavy armor bonus. There's a heavy armor bonus that like reduces the weight of all your heavy armor to 0 as long as it's on your body. And so you can have like one set of heavy armor and it weigh nothing basically. And so that's like one really good way. Yeah. But I think I won't be able to get that perk as this character because that perk line is really terrible. That's like a really terrible perk line. Actually, that's like legitimately a bad perk line. And you actually don't want it. Is the funny thing. It's like legitimately the worst perk line in the game. I wouldn't say it's the worst perk line in the game or something. Hey, what's that pickpocket skill you're telling me? Where do I get that? How much do I need for it? Wait, is this lockpick? Oh, that's pickpocket. Light fingers. Oh, you need 50 though. That's so much. That's so much though. For that. That's like so much. I know. You know what? The funny thing is I'm gonna do it for a later character too. You laugh, but I'm actually gonna use that. I'm probably gonna go pickpocketing is for one of the later. It's gonna be pickpocketing is gonna be really cool for one of my later characters. Because I want to do alchemy only. I want to do alchemy only at some point, yeah. But yeah, you have to go all the way to level 50 just to get that. So it's like, how can that ever pay off? How can it ever in a million years pay off to have that? To have that perk. Like, that's just so much work to get to 50 pickpocketing. How do I even level pickpocketing? That's another thing I need to figure out at some point. And it's like 50 extra carry weight too. That's it. Oh, this is a centurion. Luckily we got the whole army here. We got the frickin' squad. Okay. Whoa. Luckily we got the whole squad here. Oh wow, this Centurion's going down like nothing. Wow, I'm actually really cracked here. Is this even legendary? Hold up, let me check. Let me triple check that. No, oh, that's, oh my god. How long have I been playing on Adept? What happened? I didn't turn it down to Adept. How long have I been playing on Adept, dude? That's so freaking sus, man. That is, okay, that's the worst feeling in the world. That is, okay, why am I playing on Adept? I thought it was just that broken. No, that's so.
Where'd you come from?
What changed? What happened? How did that happen? How did that happen? What happened? How did I not notice? Okay, whatever, man. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. What is even going on? I guess luckily I'm not advertising that this is legendary. That is so stupid. That is so freaking cringe. When did that happen? Oh my gosh. Whatever. No wonder this has been so effortless. When did this... Okay, this happened... This must have happened, what, a long time ago, too. That is so sad. I'm, like, actually kind of, like, mad. Oh, my gosh. Whatever, whatever. That should not have happened. I guess I can go all the way back to whenever it happened, right? No, I had to check the Steam compatibility settings. It's fine. I had to mess with the Steam compatibility settings forever ago. Yeah, I'm supposed to be really good about it too. I actually thought I was just so broken. I actually thought my character was just that broken, but no, I'm just a fool, apparently. I'm just a giant... Oh my gosh. So I should have known better. I don't know how I got distracted there. Von Chazelle. I guess I could go all the way back to... Do I really want to go all the way back to when I... Because that's this save right here, right? Where is it? I'm 99% sure that this is where it went wrong. I'm like 99% sure that this is where it went wrong. Where am I? Because I'm almost certain that it happened when I reloaded my game files. When I checked my game files, because I was like having trouble recording it, and so I checked the whatever it's called. I check. If people don't want me to go back, that's fine. I'll keep going if people don't want me to go back. But I'm like actually like really like sad about that. Like that like really makes me sad.
Where have you been? We fought the old man. No, but we will avenge Godland.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure this quest was like too easy, actually. Now that I'm looking back at it.
Where have you been?
Whatever it happens, it's life for you. You gotta just roll with it. Yeah. So what I did is I was having trouble recording. Yeah, I mean you can. If you have a preference, I will not be like I'll go back, but it really annoys me. It's something that I'll never be not unhappy about that whenever I do that. But this gives us an opportunity to route it more effectively, so it's okay actually. Because now what I get to do is I get to make sure that I swap my items out more efficiently and just like random stuff like that. So. It's, you know, you play the hand you're dealt, you know. Very silly though. Very like, yeah, so basically I'm pretty sure when it happened was I had to reevaluate my save files or whatever, or I had to go in Steam and check the integrity of my game files because the game would like crash on startup, yeah. So we get a second chance to do this. Oh, Lydia is gone. Uh-oh. We have to check on that. Or wait. We have to check on that? I don't know where Lydia's gonna go. We may have to go to Falkreath for Lydia. Is the only problem with this. But I don't know. I think I have a Skyforged Steel sword somewhere. A Skyforged Steel greatsword somewhere, so maybe it's fine. Or no, we actually don't need Lydia for right now. Wait, do we? Is there something I need on Lydia? Where am I going? What am I doing again? Oh, Purity Revenge. Yeah. That's Dawnstar, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I guess... hopefully Lydia's not that essential.
Heard about what you did.
We go, or I guess we can go back. We're not that far back here. Yeah, we'll go back to Jorvasker here, I think. Or wait, Lydia's already left. Uh-oh. Shoot. Yeah, we'll take that from the top, I guess. I'm sorry. I know, that's like such a pain. Okay, so we go to Lydia. Where is she? We want to send her to... Where is it?
Oh? Where? I'll get everything ready and meet you there. Oh?
Oh, okay.
Where? I'll get everything
We actually are fine. Actually, I can reload the save from the end. It's fine. Yeah. Because the thing is, the thing I don't want Lydia to do is to go to, what I don't want Lydia to do is to go to Lakeview Manor. It wouldn't be the end of the world if Lydia went to Lakeview Manor. But it's not what I want. I'm not saying to myself, oh, I want Lydia to go to Lakeview Manor. Because if she goes there, I have to go to Falkreath. Now, to be fair, I probably have to go to Falkreath anyway. At some point. I'm not going to be able to avoid going back to Falkreath. But if at any point I do go back to Falkreath, if at any point I do go back to Falkreath, I don't want Lydia to be there, because that's going to be really hard to actually get my hands on her when I need her. Because the Breeze home, it's actually really important that she's tied to Breeze home. Oh, that sucks so bad. I've been there. I've 100% been there. You know, this is a real story. This is a true story. This really happened to me when I was a kid. So I was playing Pokemon Silver, and I was right before the Elite Four, and my brother saved over my save file. That's a real story. Yeah, but I probably wouldn't have been able to beat the Elite Four anyway. I had a Typhlosion and a Haunter, and that was it. I had like two... I had a Typhlosion. I had a Typhlosion, a Haunter, and a Gyarados, and the Shiny Gyarados. So I actually had a pretty decent selection. I might have been able to do it, but I don't think it's a very likely story. I know. That's a true story, yeah. I was really mad about it, too. Which I probably shouldn't have been, but, you know, you're a kid. You know, it's like, what are you gonna do? But it's, yeah, I probably couldn't, I probably would have had to have farmed, or, like, grinded to be able to get my team ready. Because but I do, to be fair, Typhlosion's pretty busted in that game. Like, if you want a really broken Pokemon, Typhlosion's pretty good. Yeah, a lot of potions, a lot of that kind of revives and stuff, yeah. But, you know, beating the Elite Four as a kid is, like, way hard. It's kind of the weirdest thing about being a kid is, like, even the Elite Four is hard when you're a little kid. We need to go 12 and then, like, 8 more. Yeah, even the Elite Four is, like, super hard when you're a kid. Which is what it was like for me. So I don't think I would have been able to do it. I had a Ditto too. That was the other Pokemon. Was a Ditto. a Ditto, yeah. That's because that's going to do a lot of work. Ditto. That's the funny thing about Pokemon Silver is people don't even really notice Ditto. You know, like people are like, oh, Ditto. Who cares, right? But Ditto is so fascinating when you're a kid. When you're a little kid and you're like presented with the idea of Ditto, with like the concept of Ditto, you're like, oh, this is like so cool. You know? But then it's like, and you like try to use it, but it's like so difficult to make Ditto work.
It's the same dream over and
yeah, well that's the thing about it. You have to grind so much for some of those bosses. It's actually really crazy how much you have to grind for some of those bosses. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing is a Ditto. It's like such a cool concept, but it's such a terrible Pokemon. It's really bizarre how it's both simultaneously the coolest Pokemon ever or at least I did. When I was a kid, I wanted to use Ditto. I was like excited to use Ditto in battle, and it was like the worst Pokemon ever. It's like enemy movesets are like non-existent. It's like fragile. It's like infinitely more fragile than any Pokemon that your opponent is bringing. It's like the AI. It like doesn't even work against the AI. You would think that Ditto would work against the AI, and it doesn't. And like, oh yeah, enemy trainers have like 0 EVs and 0 IVs. So they're just always really weak too. And so there's like nothing that the enemy trainers can. The enemy trainers are terrible, and you still can't win with Ditto. Well, the thing about I think Ditto was really helped out by the instant transform. What's it called? Because it didn't exist in Silver. It didn't exist all the way back in Silver. I'm still in Legendary, right? Let me triple check that. Okay, yeah. It didn't exist back in Silver. When did that go wrong? The copy, what's it called again? Copycat or something? You know what I'm talking about. The bonus where you know what I'm talking about though. Where the ability where it triggers and then you instantly transform on switch in, right? Yeah. Because the before then, but if it doesn't have that, I think it's still bad and competitive. I think if it doesn't have the if it doesn't have that ability, it's still bad, as far as I know. I could be wrong, but my understanding is that if it doesn't have that ability, it is still bad, I think. Yeah. I can't remember what it's called, copycat or something, whatever. Or it has some name. I think that's the. I think, but without that, it's bad. I think because it's slow too. So if you could transform before the enemy it moves, it might be okay. But without the auto transform, it is. I'm pretty sure it's like really terrible. Like I don't know if there's actually use for it in like Gen 1 or Gen 2 or Gen 3 or something. Or when I don't know when that ability even. I think it's like, is that from Gen 5? I don't know. Oh, really? Wait, so it copies when you transform? Wait, how does that work? Or no, are you saying oh no, with the auto transform. So what you do is you choice scarf your Ditto. No, I see what you're saying. So you choice scarf your Ditto. And the enemy doesn't have a choice scarf. Okay, no, that's really cool actually. That's actually really cool. I'm actually really enchanted by that concept because I see where I know exactly what you're talking about. What happens is you have the choice scarf from the Ditto. You have like a lefty's guard chomp or something, right? It doesn't even really matter. You know, you have like a lefty's like guard chomp or like whatever, right? Something that's weak to its own attacks, and then it dragon dances like once or twice, and then it dragon dances like once or something, and you switch in the Ditto. And then while it's dragon dancing, you transform with the Ditto. And then the Ditto has both dragon dances, and then you attack it with like Dragon Claw or Draco or whatever it has. I don't really play competitive Pokemon, so I don't know the sets. But I see what you're saying. No, that's actually really cool. That's actually really cool actually. The problem is whatever you have to assume you're whatever you're stealing from, it has to have a move that it's weak to. Yeah. It has to be a Pokemon with like Draco Meteor, like a dragon Pokemon with Draco Meteor or something, or like maybe like an Alakazam with Shadow Ball. I think maybe that'll work, right? Like an Alakazam with Shadow Ball, or like maybe like a Tyranitar with. Or no, because does Alakazam even... I guess, is there Nasty Plot Alakazam? Is that a thing? Is Nasty Plot Alakazam even a thing? Or like a Tyranitar with Earthquake or something. Maybe. I think a Tyranitar is too bulky for that. Or yeah, something Psychic with Shadow Ball, or something Ground or Rock. Or, I mean, something Rock with, or Steel with Earthquake. Or maybe like a Heavy Slam Pokemon, or like Body Press, like a Body Press Steel type or something like that. Yeah, So there you might have some. Yeah, and then you could. The body press steel type would probably be. Yeah. So like you take like an iron defense body press Pokemon. It's like steel type or something. Because I think body press is fighting, right? Or is it steel? I can't remember. You'll have to forgive me for not remembering, for not knowing. But no, I see where you're coming from. That's actually really cool. That's really cool tech, actually. That's actually like really awesome. I didn't even know that. I actually did not know that. So my knowledge of yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay, yeah, it is fighting. No, so like the idea being is that I thought so. My only knowledge of Ditto's tech is you can have Ditto. Whatever it's called. You can have Ditto. You can in Hackmons. So I've seen some like Hackmon stuff, and so you can give that ability to Chansey, and so Chansey has really insanely high stats or HP, right? Chansey has like kind of bad stats, but a really high HP, and so because Chansey has such high HP, this is much better. This is much better. This is what I need. This is the only thing I will allow myself. Oh, see, there you go. That's it right there. Yeah, that's the good stuff. So you have a Chansey with that has like max HP IVs, and then you give it the imposter ability via hack, and then what you do is you switch in, and your Chansey is just a better version of whatever their Pokemon is, no matter what, basically, without stat boost or anything like that. There we go. That's the good stuff. This is what I need. This is what we need now more than ever. So I should have known it wasn't legendary because I'm not dying. Oh, there we go. That's it. There we go. There we go. That's what you really need in life. Dude, there's some crazy stuff going on in that Chansey Hackmons. I saw some video of some guy. I need another sip of water. I saw a video of this guy, and he had what even was it? He had like a 6 Regigigas team, like a full-blown like 6 Regigigas team. And the basic strategy was you use digestive acid to stop enemies from you use digestive acid to prevent to stop Wonder Guard, to try to beat Wonder Guard. It was like really stupid. And they were all the same Pokemon too. So it was like 6. I can't remember what else. There's probably some other tech that I'm forgetting about, but it's 6 gastric acid, pure power Regigigases, and I thought that was really funny. I'm like, here's a set that here's a team that's like so stupid. It's like, who wants to run that? Who's like saying to themselves like, oh yeah, I can't wait to run my 6 Regigigas like cheese team that's supposed to like gastric acid, Wonder Guard or whatever. Yeah, well that's I think everyone has to work around it. Yeah, I think you have to work around Wonder Guard, and I think there's like lots of, or doesn't Mold Breaker, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Mold Breaker break Wonder Guard? I don't know this for sure. Does Mold Breaker not break Wonder Guard? Because I was looking into doing Hackmons and stuff like that, or I was like curious, because I feel like Wonder Guard would be like dead in the water up against Mold Breaker, right? But I think maybe it doesn't work like that. Mold Breaker doesn't go through Wonder Guard or something. Because I don't know.
Who's there?
Yeah, and so the game I watched of Pure Hackmons though, you have this guy. There's this guy. There's a lot of like ingrained boost sweepers. Like the most common thing is like ingrained boost sweeping. And so the way ingrained boost sweeping works is The way Ingrained boost sweeping works is like you like bat and pass. You like basically boost up with like the super defensive Pokemon, and you just like bat and pass around. And ordinarily you'd beat that by whirlwinding, right? You'd like whirlwind them or roar them or something like that. But you can stop that with Ingrained. So you can run these like massive BP chains. And the funny thing about it is, the interesting thing about it is, you can still kill it with innards out. Yeah, that's like, it's like so stupid. It's like the worst ability. It's like a really bad ability unless it's like good for the specific scenario. And like I know the rules on it aren't consistent or something. So it's like a really weird ability that like almost makes no sense. I think, yeah, or couldn't you do neutralizing grass? Or neutralizing gas? Because doesn't Wheezing Galar have a Wonder Guard killer? Have like something that just like straight up kills Wonder Guard? You could have like a neutralizing gas Pokemon, like neutralizing gas Regigigas or something to kill Wonder Guard. So I don't know. I think maybe Wonder Guard is like you have to be built around Wonder Guard, but I don't think it must not be broken anymore. I guess I don't know. Like you'd think that everything would have Wonder Guard, but I don't know how that interacts with neutralizing gas. Because that should disable that. I think whether or not Mold Breaker works or not, I'm pretty sure neutralizing gas should. Like, don't quote me on that, but that's my general expectation. Oh no, so here's how you beat. No, here's how you beat like BP chains and Ingrain. Yeah, well no, how you just have an innards out Pokemon. You just have an innards out Pokemon. And so, like an innards out Chansey. So what happens is you switch in the Chansey or whatever, and then the enemy or like another high HP Pokemon, like maybe a Whale Lord could do it or something like that. And what happens is the enemy kills the Pokemon in one hit, but they take 100% of their HP and damage due to innards out. And so I watched Jimothy Cool win a game. Win like a Hackmons game where they like boosted to Oblivion with Ingrain and everything, right? So there's like completely sky high. This Pokemon is like unkillable, and then it's like instantly killed by an Ingrained Chansey or something like that. But I think maybe he lost all of his other Pokemon or something. Like I don't know exactly how it works. But I feel like maybe he just like bungled all his other Pokemon, and if he didn't, Ingrain innards out would not be that broken. So I feel like I almost feel like an innards out team would like actually be better. Oh shoot. I like actually feel like an innards out team would be better than a it's like some kind of like weird like in or out teams. Yeah, he's awesome. I love him. I watch his videos all the time. That's like I watch that guy all the time. And like usually I kind of like fall in and out of a YouTuber, you know, like if you kind of get bored of a YouTuber after a while. Like no offense to them, of course, but you sort of like you watch like a bunch of their streams or their videos or whatever, and you're like, oh, like this is really awesome, but I'll move on to something else for now. But I keep coming back to Jimothy Cool. He's really awesome. I really, especially with the Pokemon Champion stuff, I really love the Pokemon Champion stuff because it's the sort of thing where if I had a Switch, I would play Pokemon Champions. I actually really love Pokemon Champions. It's like a concept. Bruh. I like. Oh my gosh. See, this is what we're really. This is what we are missing. This is what we need. Without this, Skyrim just ain't the same. I want this to hurt. I want this to suck so bad. I want this to be like the worst experience of my life. Man, no Mega Mawile. Are you a big Mawile fan? Is that your favorite Pokemon or something? Because I like the spread of Pokemon they have, to be honest. I think it's actually a really good, like a really well cultivated selection. I think there's a couple stinkers. I think the worst part about Champions is that there's a handful of stinkers. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, it's not a Pokemon I actually, because I stopped around Gen 5 or something. The last gen I think I played was 5. But I respect it. That's like a really cool. I played some Gen 6 competitive on Showdown. I did some Showdown laddering in Gen 6. But that was it. So I did some Showdown laddering in Gen 6, and then I did And then, what else did I do? And I did like Azumarill. I had an Azumarill. I had, my favorite Pokemon were Azumarill and Conkeldurr. I really enjoyed using Conkeldurr. That was like a really cool Pokemon that I had. Oh, yeah, Dragonite. Dragonite was probably one of my favorites as well. So I really enjoyed Dragonite, Conkeldurr, and, whatever it was called. I never had a good special attacker. Yeah, Conkeldurr was a really awesome Pokemon. Because it's nice and bulky, you can Assault Vest it. The main issue with it is it wants like way more... yeah, Dragonite... Well, no, so what I would do... Dragonite was probably my favorite Pokemon, because what I would do is I would outrage people, and they wouldn't... Because like the age of dragons was kind of over, right? At Gen 6, because people just switch in like a fairy type, and it just your attack goes nowhere. But what I would do is I'd lock into outrage, and I do... if I could do it again, I'd go Choice Band. Maybe I'll do a Choice Band Dragonite type deal later. But what I do is I'd log into Outrage and I'd knock something out, like instantly. Because if they didn't switch in a fairy type. Because yeah, you do like a max attack Dragonite and like something gets knocked out. And I think if I played it again, I would do the same thing. I do like a dumb like max attack Dragonite with there's some grilled leeks too. Awesome. I do like a max attack Dragonite with Choice Band. Yeah. The thing is, and if I could do it again, maybe I'll play some Pokemon at some point. I never had a really good special attacker though, and I feel like that was like a really huge mistake. I tried to make Mega Alakazam work, but it was just so terrible. Bulky Roosty Dance, yeah. How is that not viable? Is that really not a viable set? That sounds like a good set to me. Like if somebody lets you Dragon Dance on that set, you're probably really dangerous, right? Oh, but you're probably slow enough that something kills you, huh? I take it. No, but like you're multi-scale. Like you should be able to get a Dragon Dance and like survive something, right? So like something comes in. Like a Weavile or something comes in and can't kill you. But you take stones. Yeah, you take stones. So your multi-scale is like worthless. Is a problem with that. So like that's cool in theory, but you have to have no hazards up basically. Yeah. The funny thing was I had no C team. I had like my own team that I had constructed. And like some friend I had who never played Pokemon in his whole life beat me because he like copy and pasted the stupid Suicune team that was like the best in the world or something. Yeah, so you get rocks and then immediately your multi-scale's down and then you can't like because what you'd want to do is like find yourself in a position where you could Dragon Dance. I guess you could lead with it, right? So you have like, or no, does he even have poison coverage? Because what you need for that set to really work is poison coverage, I think. But then I guess you get walled by Klefki. Even if you did have I guess you could run fire coverage too, right? So honestly, if you wanted to make that work, you'd have to like start with it or something. You'd like start with it and like, I don't know. I guess the enemy lead is probably fast though. Right? Like, if it's a rock setter, it's probably going to be fast enough to outspeed you, if you're going bulky. Oh, Ironhead. Ironhead's probably... Yeah. Ironhead plus, like, Fire Punch. Yeah. That makes sense. I don't know, what about Special Dragonite? You go bulky Special Dragonite. Find a way to, like, wedge that in. I don't know if that's viable in any way at all. I don't know, what's the special coverage look like? Because he has the stats for special. You could totally, like Choice Band or something? Or Choice Specs, maybe? Yeah, a Mixed Dragonite or something stupid like that. I don't know. Like, what would you gain from Mixed Dragonite? That'd be really... If there was, like, a really good coverage option is there coverage to make Mixed good? Because the reason you go Mixed is so you have better coverage. I think nowadays, Mixed is just... honestly, I think that's the biggest problem with Mixed. I think some mixed... No, well, mixed is bad. Like, mixed is like a meme. Like, everyone knows mixed is like garbage, right? Or like a Pokemon has to be broken for mixed to ever work. You know what I mean? But like, you know, like the classic example is the Infernape, right? You go mixed Infernape because you get really good coverage on both sides of the fence. Like all your best fire coverage is special, and all your best, well, it's like obviously terrible. Although to be fair to a lot of mixed Pokemon, I'll say this to a lot of mixed Pokemon that really must be understood. Is like, you know, like how Cacturne is like a terrible Pokemon? You know how Cacturne is just like really bad? Like how Cacturne is just like the worst Pokemon ever, right? Like just like the worst Pokemon. Like totally useless. Although I think nowadays he has Sucker Punch. Right? Or at least in Gen 3 and stuff. Like Cacturne is terrible, right? It's like, well, why is Cacturne so terrible? Well, part of it is because you can't even use his thing. Like he's a Sandveil Pokemon, right? So you're supposed to have Sandveil up, and then you're this like big mixed attacker, and then the enemy misses, and then that punishes them because of Sandveil. Yeah, so it's like not fair. It's like Cacturne is actually too good. He's like actually a broken Pokemon that everyone agrees is too broken, and that shouldn't be in the game because of how broken he is. And so it's not fair. You know, like I get why he's banned. I'm not saying they should unban him, but it's not fair to Cacturne to call him bad when he's like actually like a shattered Pokemon or something. You see, that's the problem, is we don't even know how good Cacturne would be because no one wants to try playing with Cacturne. So it's like not fair. Like I'm all in favor of keeping him banned. Don't get me wrong. I'm totally fine with keeping him banned, but at least put some respect on his name. You know what I mean? Because like he is too good, for sure. Yeah, but well, that's the thing. Is it like, yes, it's like no one wants to play with evasiveness, and that's totally reasonable. But like you have to respect it. Like that's the reason he's a mixed attacker, I think, right? Like Game Freak like knew that he was like a bad Pokemon, and they gave him that to like try to offset, you know. Is like my thinking.
Who's there?
Okay. Well, let me check the difficulty again. But I think well, to be fair, that doesn't explain Camerupt. Or no, does it? Or Camerupt has like Flame Body though, right? Am I wrong? Doesn't Camerupt have something super broken too? Like couldn't you like EV him bulky and then like Flame Body him? So like they're not like, Game Freak isn't always gonna make every Pokemon like viable. Yeah, I feel like Camerupt has something. Camerupt, I'm like almost certain that Camerupt has something. Let me look it up actually. Because I feel like Camerupt is another Pokemon that like people that like either was like a failure. You know what I mean? Like they didn't design him to be a good Pokemon necessarily, but he has something. Is it really just Magma Armor? Oh, okay, no, he's bad, yeah, because it prevents freezing. If he had Flame Body, he actually might have a niche. Because Flame Body's not bad. There's plenty of contact moves, I think, in the Gen 3 meta. I think, like, contact is not that uncommon. So you'd have to have a, like, to make him work, you'd have to have a team. I think you'd have to, like, he's just so fragile, though. To, like, everything. There's, like, so much Earthquake running around. Yeah, it's Magma. It's not Flame Body, it's Magma Armor. If it was Flame Body, he'd probably be better. So yeah, that's I think that's just an example of Game Freak doesn't like his offensive potential is in theory really good, but in practice you're never gonna get a big hit off. Does he even have Eruption in Gen 3? Does Eruption even exist? Or no, because there's Water Spout. Yeah, so there is Eruption. I mean, I don't know. You could probably make Camerupt work a little bit or something, right? Like not every Pokemon is gonna be OU good. Like it's not fair to like judge him. Yeah, well, he has everything wrong. His typing is really bad for a Pokemon like him. Like, he's slow, and he's a mixed attacker, which, like, ties into him being slow. But, like, if he had really high defensive stats instead of mixed attacking, he might be, like, okay-ish, right? And then he's a fire, but he's also a fire ground. So he's weak to water. He's weak to ground. He's weak to rock. I think he's weak to, he might be neutral to rock, but his bulk is so poor that if he's taking like a big rock attack, that's still gonna hurt. Like a rock slide is still gonna hurt him. Like an ice move is still gonna hurt him. Not that I think Gen 3 is like a very ice-centric meta. I think there's like very few ice moves in Gen 3 meta, right? But like it's not good. I mean, I think even like, my question is how's his matchup into Zapdos? Does he have like a good matchup into Zapdos or something? Does he have like a good matchup into like any electric types at all? That's like my question. That's like the one question I do have about him. Because if he's okay into electric types or something, like maybe he beats like Magneton or something. I don't know. I feel like the answer is no. I feel like the answer is like a definitive no. Oh, I need to end stream, by the way. It's nice talking to you. Have a good night. I need to go make dinner, actually. Yeah, thick fat. Thick fat might fix him, too. Thick fat's another big thing where it's like it fixes him. Yeah, something like that. Or like, what is... Or no, because Zapdos runs a hidden power, right? Zapdos is like 100% gonna run like a hidden power, right? Like some kind of like crazy, like... Yeah, dude, you know, it's been awesome. But I gotta go. I've been streaming for a bunch of time now. I gotta get on my... the last stuff I gotta do before going to bed. Have a good night.